I'll switch back to the Google. Man, it better go. It's starting.
It's starting. It's going to do the countdown.
Hopefully. Get up here, boy. Man.
Got the notification we're live.
We are? All right, everybody. Combat Sports World back again, as always. Here with Adam Bomb MMA. It's UFC 246, Conor McGregor versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. This is a ridiculous contest. Actually, switch back to the... I know it's fine.
Either.
I don't like the delay. I don't like the delay of it. It's killing me. It's all good. It's all good. You want to go do a check?
Check on this.
Check on the...
Check. Mic check.
All right, so right now, I'm not going to lie to you, man. For the most part, on this card, the only really star-powered fight is Conor McGregor versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. I mean, Holm versus Pennington. I don't know if you know Holly Holm. Holly Holm's the woman who KO'd Ronda Rousey with that head kick. She's kind of been on a 500 fight since then. I mean, lost some, win some, lost some, win some. She's fighting Raquel Pennington, who's been in the game forever now. But it's, once again, I mean, Raquel actually, she looked pretty shook at weigh-ins for the most part. Oh, man. All right, yeah, it's good enough. As long as it looks fine, it's good enough. We can hear that. First stream on this new channel, boys. No studio. Don't judge us. It'll get better once you start watching the fights. I promise.
What up,
Adam
Brian?
Bomb MMA back.
Yes, sir.
We got Brian Keller. Third shortest average fight time. Still, 8 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to think about people like Conor McGregor that end every single one of their fights in the first round for the most part. I mean, 8 minutes. 8 minutes for being the third shortest time.
25-minute Diaz fight. You know what I mean?
Facts, but another thing we have to factor into this is the fact that he is fighting at bantamweight, and we see that the KO percentage of fighters goes up as their weight classes go up.
Facts.
8-minute fight time. That's apparently the third best at bantamweight in the UFC. Those little guys, those little guys go to decision a lot. Well, we didn't get to catch the Anthony Pettis versus Diego Ferreira fight, but Pettis has been looking like he is on an extreme slouch, man. I mean, also let me use your phone. I'm gonna use that to check the comments. Make sure it's muted. I'm pretty sure this guy came off of the Contender Series. Osbourne. There's been a lot of really, really good fighters coming off the Contender Series lately. Gus.
Alcom. Said, what's up, lads?
Good day from OZ.
He's like, Gus.
Where's OZ?
The Ozarks? I don't know. You know any countries OZ?
Where's OZ? Gus, where's OZ, brother?
Here we go.
Has Pettis fought yet? Yes, Pettis and Diego Ferreira. Diego pretty much used his God damn. I ain't gonna fly. Diego pretty much used his grappling in the first round to put pressure on Anthony Pettis. Anthony was doing a very good job of laying leg kicks, circling to the outside, but the forward pressure and Diego just constantly going for the takedown. Eventually got Pettis in a bad spot up against the cage, locked in the rear naked choke, and that's all she wrote. Pettis is... I mean, we need to be watching this fight, but Pettis has not looked anywhere near the same since he was the Wheaties poster boy. I mean, he pretty much got on Wheaties.
Yeah.
And has been
losing
a 500 fighter ever since. Holly Holm, 500 fighter.
Yeah.
Holly Holm beats KO's Ronda Rousey.
Sensationally.
And then immediately goes into a 500 fighter. She's fighting Raquel Pennington tonight. Also, if anyone wants to line up, we're in the first round of Osbourne versus Keller. 438, 437, 436, 435, 434, 433, 432. You guys got it.
Good day then from Australia, son.
Odie's standing pretty straight up and down. Very nice.
Ooh.
Odie's going for the punches instead of defending the takedown. I've made that mistake in multiple fights where when someone grabs a hold of your leg and you're just looking at their head, you with everything in you want to just start raining down strikes.
Kelleher's got him like Khabib right now. He's gonna
100% lace the legs.
Straight up.
Lace the legs.
He's got out. He's getting into full.
Oh, but once again pulls him out. Scoots his butt a little bit away from the cage to make Odie's ability to wall walk off the cage less. Good elbows coming from Odie from the bottom. And those aren't illegal, guys. A lot of people think 12 to 6 elbows are an orientation from your body. If you're on your back, you can come straight up, straight down. It is not a 12 to 6 elbow. 12 to 6 is only when you're on top of your opponent coming straight up and straight down. So those are legal elbows. Nice full guard, more elbows. But the thing is that where Odie's at right now, up against the cage, it makes it difficult. Right now he's trying to spin for an arm bar. He can't spin for that arm bar as well because he's plastered up against that cage. That's why you see Kelleher pushing him a little bit back to smother him. It's when your neck's stuck between that cage, man, you are literally between a rock and a hard place with a professional MMA fighter on top of you. Well, Greene's from Australia. You should go and check our, unfortunately, our Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya breakdowns. We have some on this account, and then we have our previous MMA channel, More Combat Sports World. We have a few, 15,000 views on my breakdown of Israel. Some good stuff in there.
Pulling out of this next one?
I think it was a smart decision for Whittaker to pull out of the fight versus Jared Cannonier. That was way too quick with the amount of damage he took.
100%.
Wish the guy the best, but
is that going to be a 4-month turnaround?
Yeah, a 3-month turnaround back into camp. Oop, Kelleher standing up right now, going for the traditional guillotine, but he's going arm in. As you see, he has the right arm behind the arm. So right now it's not a fulcrum choke, but he's doing what he's supposed to do. See how
his neck crank?
It's a neck crank, but see how he's pulling back? That is not how you finish an arm in guillotine. Arm in guillotine, you have to sit up and he got him.
That is how you finish that one. He had his elbow deep into his neck and cranking his head sideways. I think it's more the neck crank that's after him.
It had to have been
unless he got more of his wrist up into his neck.
As arm in guillotines are the exact opposite of regular guillotines. The upward squeeze itself isn't what cuts the blood pressure. You have to actually fold them like an accordion to have them cut off their own pressure.
Here, to me. We'll see. They'll give us a slow replay.
Well, it was a nice transition to a takedown. He didn't get flushed on the inside. Elevated the leg, picked him up, dumped him, put his back up against the cage, ate a few elbows off the forehead. Let's look at this.
He might have got right on his carotid and just got
deep shot. Odie Osbourne decides to go for punches instead of defending the takedown.
And it was just defending until the tap.
Punches his way into the submission. Knows exactly what he's going for. Wants the arm in. Is actually going for the arm in.
He's been practicing that. He did a lot in training camp, guaranteed.
And then rolls to his back right here. Realize he has it. Realize that once again. So right here he's doing it incorrectly. He's trying to pull up. That's not how you get the arm in guillotine.
Right there.
Then when he rolls to his back, then he gets the proper arm in guillotine and taps with his foot.
Ooh, he
taps with his
hand,
foot.
Man. I want to see that outside angle because I can see where he actually got him from.
Where his hand positioning. Yeah. I assume he had a traditional hammer lock pulling straight up.
Maybe we'll see.
I
didn't see how deep he had his other arm.
Very, very good performance for the man, though. I mean, taking on Odie, who's a young killer. But once again, it's just one of those things, man. If you're
in the UFC,
if you're even a little bit more competent, man, that's way behind. I think. No, it's not. I'm tripping.
Let's do this. 5, 4, 3.
All right, now you get to wait.
No, we're way behind. 15 seconds, I think, is the delay.
Well, 15 seconds ain't too bad. It's enough for the people to slow their streams down.
13, 14.
Well, Keller taking out Odie Osbourne in the first round via arm-in guillotine. It's such a bad place to be in when somebody takes you down and puts you up against that cage.
Yeah, it's nowhere to get out, man. Khabib's mastered it. Everybody else seems to have been following suit. More and more people collapsing people on the cage.
That was beautiful though. Tied up the leg, tied up the legs, and then used that leg tie to work his way into full mount.
He also didn't look very prepared to defend that either.
No.
To be fair, he had his legs close together. Even when he went for the submission, he didn't try to shoot straight up right here where it's going in. He tucked his legs. Look how tight he got his knees. He didn't try to posture out. I mean, maybe he was just worried about getting the choke. You never know what's going through his mind, but
What's going through his mind is I'm getting choked unconscious.
maybe see how deep that neck crank
Oh
is?
yeah. That was probably less of
Put pressure on that carotid because of the crank.
That wasn't an air choke. That was a blood choke for sure. You want to know what's kind of messed up? How I always remember it. How if a choke's a blood choke or an air choke, they teach you they with women. If you're choking a girl during fornication, you don't choke on the front because you don't. It's not cutting off the airflow that women like. It's the asphyxiation feeling of the blood flow. That's why you choke on the sides. So in MMA, I always know what kind of choke is which, either a blood choke or an air choke, because I remember how do I choke a girl again properly?
Yeah. Heck yeah! How do you have a good time?
You gotta have a good time. You guys gotta stay honest, man. No cussing. We can't be cursing over here.
Does that count?
Fantastic performance though for the young man. I mean, he's not even young. He's an OG in the game. 20-10. Other cat was 8-4-1. It's another thing though, man. I mean, people like him. His Jeremy Renner.
Yes, sir.
What he playing?
That's an Avenger, man.
I don't watch Avengers.
You better respect that. That's Hawkeye.
Yeah. Who cares about Hawkeye? He's the guy that has 6 arrows. That's it.
There's Stipe right here. Here's Usman.
Look at him. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who? Ask him.
Hey, there's the man.
Ask who's that guy? Who's that guy?
He knows speak English.
No speaking English. Oh, Steve-O in the background too.
Yes, sir, it is. Steve-O jamming. Just fresh one.
Yo, be careful, they are shutting everybody down. Well, luckily for us, we are not streaming the actual fight itself, so...
Let us know if you guys can hear the audio, actually, because we try to get it quiet enough to where you don't. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys can hear the audio of the actual fights in the background. Man, that guy is not... Maurice Greene.
Wow.
You are not built like a professional UFC fighter, my friend.
They pulled this man from the dumpster. He'd still kill me, but...
No, I mean, but heavyweight semifinalist, which means that he got knocked out in the same round that Eric Shelton did. You guys saw earlier in the night, Tim Elliott took on a Russian cat. Tim Elliott actually beat one of my training partners when he was on his most recent Ultimate Fighter, where the bantamweight tough, where Tim Elliott went to the finals. He beat Eric Shelton. I think that's technically the semifinals, the last fight on the house. My goodness.
There.
And what do we think about Curtis Blades? I got another thing. So I went to Team Elevation, which is the main UFC gym here in Colorado. And I remember it was my first day, and I hadn't been to the gym in about a year and a half. And we're doing grappling. We're doing some side control escapes. So I start with who I didn't know was Curtis Blades in my side control. And I remember thinking to myself, and this was 3 years ago now, but I remember thinking to myself as it's going on, like, this isn't, like, you're assessing your opponent as you're going, and my assessment of this man was, like, he's not anything special. This guy's really no jiu-jitsu. He's just a really big athletic guy.
No. Yeah.
And he's literally knee on belly transitioning from side to side, just doing me so dirty. And I'm like, every single time I'm like, all right, he's going to go to spin with knee on belly to opposite side control. I'm going to frame and get out. Perfect. Every time he'd do it, I'd go to frame and it would just be gone. I'm like, okay. All right, next time. He'd do it again. Next time. Well, turns out I wasn't going up against a random wrestler, a random strong guy. No, I was grappling with one of the greatest heavyweight fighters that the world currently knows about. Also, look at you checking those comments, bud. Oh shit.
Look at you checking my comments, bud.
I cussed. Whoops.
Can't be doing that. Gotta keep it clean.
Gotta keep it clean. I know. Smack my
Chowser,
wrists.
tell him.
Check my wrist, brother.
Ooh, that Mark Hunt.
So let's. We were talking earlier a little bit, since I don't know how many people are actually linked up with us on this stream right now. Most people watching are probably not able to actually watch the fights. That's why they're here. So let's talk a little bit more about Jared Cannonier and Robert Whittaker being off, because Robert decided to take time off. Apparently his excuse is he said that he wanted to spend time with family. That's why.
Well, he's got the Australia fires going. I'm assuming that I would want to be close to my family if my whole country was burning down too.
I didn't even think about that.
That's the only thing that I think is, where else would it be?
Well, it could be that he did come to the conclusion that it was not a smart decision for him to have that quick of a turnaround after.
And all this mental stuff going on with the Australia fighters.
It makes
Shout out to
sense.
Australia, though, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to
I didn't say
Australia,
that
Gus.
earlier.
Shout out to Australia.
Yeah, I mean, it makes more sense that way. Maybe he was planning on it, and then this happened, so he thought maybe it's just too much extra going on in life.
I mean, think about it, man. At his level, a win or a loss makes or breaks his career at this point in the public side. 'Cause it's not like people are going to forget about Robert Whittaker, but if he loses to Jared Cannonier, they will forget about him in title contention.
I think a lot of people did kind of forget about Whittaker until Adesanya came along because he hasn't fought in so long. So only the people that have been watching, I mean, they haven't seen him fight. Who watched the Romero fights? Diehards, really.
I was there in person.
Awesome. But everybody kind of forgot about him. Look at all the new fans we got from the ESPN deal.
Facts.
Nobody knew about Robert Whittaker. You know what I mean? So they don't even know who he is, really. They just see all these promos. So he's nothing to them. They're screaming Conor.
Well, Conor's on the screen right now.
Yes, sir. Walking in with the billionaire strut.
Oh, man, I'm excited. This is going to be ridiculous.
I am kind of ready
excited.
for him to walk in the cage with the walk and see if he eyes down Cowboy like he does.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see how he starts off out of the gate.
He's been showing so much respect to Cowboy that I think that it's a bait because he's going to try to disrespect him in the octagon.
Well, of course he is.
But I mean, I would assume maybe he starts a little slow. To see where Cowboy's coming from, and this we all know what he's looking for. He's looking for the left. End of story. He might go back to old school throwing crazy like
spinning.
What is that?
The
capoeira kicks. Yeah,
the capoeira techniques. Alexei Olynyk versus Maurice Greene. Now, Alexei Olynyk, you know how I see this fight going? I see this fight going to the ground, and whether Alexei's on top or bottom, he's going to get the same old Ezekiel choke finish. When Ezekiel choke is, guys, you might know Alexei Olynyk, he's the only person to grab one. I think he has two. It's a choke that you can get from weird positions. He actually got one from bottom mount, which is where an individual pretty much has full control over your body. You wrap one arm behind their head, you wrap another arm in, and then you take this fist and put it right into the neck, and then you just squeeze. And he's put a couple people out. This Russian individual that looks like a dad bod that just started taking steroids oh my goodness. Bro.
I mean, he's got an advantage because he can see every punch coming from every angle. I'm just saying.
I actually have been curious, though, to people who... Dallas Spencer. Hey, Ghost, what's happening, brother? Dallas Spencer, when does the start fight? Conor McGregor versus Cerrone. We're not going to be streaming that until...
That's two fights down. We got two more to go.
Yeah, it's 2 fights down. Not to mention, they're gonna try to, I would assume, draw this out as long as they possibly can.
I'm assuming they're looking to start around 10:30, if I had to guess. Sorry.
No, we're good. He does
have an advantage, though.
I think our stream's crackling up.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it has occasional tears. Oh well, that's a big boy, man. He did not
This
look
dude
near.
just fought.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I just saw him fight. Oh my god, what card was that? He fought not too long ago. I watched him on the card. I can't remember what it was, or if it was the Contender Series. I know I've seen him fight though. I just remembered because I remember thinking he looks like Anderson.
Maurice Greene walking out right now. That's a big boy.
That man is. He might be about your height, maybe taller.
He's got to be at least 6'5", 6'6".
He's towering over them guys. He's looking at security when you're bigger than your security.
I'm always bigger than security. Like I said, I'm 6.
He just patted that man on the head.
I'm 6'7" in the cut. Man, look at him. That's a big boy.
That's a big man.
The question is can Olynyk get his hands on him? Because we know if he gets his hands on him, are you off the Wi-Fi?
I've never been on it. I disconnected when we started streaming.
If Olynyk gets his hands on it, I can almost 100. Yeah, tough 28. It's got the tattoo on his shoulder. If Olynyk gets his hands on him, he's such a seasoned fighter on top of being such a seasoned jiu-jitsu practitioner. I do not see a way that Maurice does not get submitted. I mean, to be fair, though, he could posture up, drop 3 hammer fists, and Olynyk's looking at the brightest lights the world has ever seen with Tweety birds flying around.
Maybe.
But we have not seen that happen in the past. It
was on the Maya Askren card.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won.
What? By what?
He was on the prelims for that. Let's see.
Let's see.
TKO
We all know Cowboy
round
lost
one.
already. Look how stiff he is compared to Conor.
So Maurice Greene's last 2 fights have been round 1 TKOs. So he's got power, he's got hands, and he knows how to use them. It looks like. So we'll see. See if we can get inside.
I mean, I bet that man just wings hooks. I mean, I bet he
3-0.
rocks on ropes.
Hank
Holm says we know Cowboy already lost. Look how stiff he is compared to Conor. He's stiff as a board. Conor's planning on snapping him in half. Hayden FN says when is Conor fighting? Conor we'll be streaming that and hour and 15. We don't. It all depends. I don't know how long they're gonna try to draw this out because we realistically only have 2 fights left. Spent $85 to watch 4 fights.
Imagine you got the year of ESPN Plus though.
Yeah, what do I do with it?
Buy more pay-per-view.
Well, how about you help out UFC and ESPN? Convince the people on why they need to get ESPN Plus.
I think you should get ESPN Plus. That way you don't have to just watch our companion. You can watch along with us on our companion, so you can see our breakdowns are very accurate and precise.
Very accurate and precise. You don't believe us? Go check the rest of the channel or the previous more Combat Sports World channel. Man, you better exit out of that window. I saw that.
Did you?
Yeah, you went to the worst site there is too.
That's the best site. Why would you just...
I'm not saying it. There's children watching. One stream already got blackout for streaming. I don't doubt it. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping that the YouTube sees this set up for long enough that they're like, they're not streaming it. Just casually set a mirror behind you. I already saw when I went.
I wish I still had some aviators. I'd do it for you, man.
Yeah. I'll get real close and shine off my eyes for you guys real quick.
Hey. All right.
What are you finding where how the last guy won? Are you looking at tonight's
We
match?
really do only have 2 fights left, so I'm thinking this is gonna right around 10:15 or
So
something.
Olynyk versus Maurice Greene, and then we have Holm versus Raquel Pennington, and then after that we're going to be going into, of course, Conor McGregor, down on Cowboy Cerrone. He went. I wish if he went to that one, I wouldn't have been giving him crap. He was in one of the other ones. He had the previous window open from one of the other competing websites.
I don't think there's any competition.
He went to this one. If you can read me, this one. We went.
I was checking the fight card and remembered I had a tab open, guys. No big deal.
Oh, it's a big deal. Hi, are you showing us the live stream? Yeah, it's right here.
We are live streaming. We're watching, letting you know what's going on.
Man, Alex, for being such an out of shape individual, he is the most barrel-chested.
He's 6'7", by the way.
Whoa, he's my height, legit.
Yeah, I told you.
My
He's
height.
towering
Look
over
how.
people,
Look
man.
how. Am I that skinny? Because
Yeah.
he's 6'7", 243, and looks skinny.
Well, he has the advantage, man. He's just a thick boy.
He's not. He's built like Neil Magny.
He's a thick boy, sir.
This is literally me fighting you right now.
No, sir.
Dude that's 6'2", fighting a guy that's 6'7".
There you go.
Yeah, but
look at
that
these
is
red-
not your build, Nick. I'm sorry to tell you.
Nick's
That is not your build.
Nick's a twig.
He's got some weight on him. If you could gain weight, maybe that's... Yeah, we'll find out how old Maurice Greene is. How old is he? He doesn't look very old. He's
Look at
probably
this.
maybe 28.
Look at that. Look at that. They said I ain't got no muscle.
Who said that?
Look at that.
Who
Liam said that. You said that.
I didn't say you didn't have no muscle. I said that's not your build.
You
He
bet-
can actually gain
you
weight.
better not. Yeah, I mean, I'm. You're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to put the tip. I am 6'7". Damn, I'm all the way. I'm all the way up.
You know what, Liam? You do have a weird nose like that.
Bro, how is he that out of shape and that barrel chested? I mean, I don't know if those are breasts.
I think
I don't know
looks
if
like
tho-
extra skin.
I don't know
Looks
if those
like
are.
he came
I don't
down.
know if those are breasts or pecs.
Are we talking about Olynyk?
Yeah,
I mean, those are definitely pecs.
you have a better chance of getting away with streaming it on Twitch. Facts.
Not really.
Keith, look at Keith Pearson. Look at him. He does not want to be in there.
this 5'7" guy.
Built like Stick Man.
Hey.
Hey.
Someone understands.
A stick man that can fight. Remember
Hey,
that.
trust me, this guy is hard, man. I've been hit. I've been kicked. He is hard.
Thank you. Oh, did he? Oh, see,
Oh,
look at him. Look at him. He fell on
wants to
purpose.
go
He
on
said,
the
"Come
ground.
here." I'm gonna once again that Ezekiel choke I told you guys about. Olynyk can get that Ezekiel choke from everywhere. I will say, though, Maurice needs to start off by squaring up a little bit more and using long jabs. He needs to keep Olynyk away from him, or Olynyk's going to take his first opportunity, grab a hold of him, and invert.
Maurice looks a little sluggish to me. But we know he carries heavy power. He's got last 3 fights, he's got one decision and 2 finish.
Olynyk grabs the back standing. Maurice doing a good job of trying to fight the hands, turn into him. Going for the Kimura. Remember the Kimura sweep? Going for the Kimura, but that's not smart. That's not smart.
He's trying to do his best Francis Ngannou impression.
Ooh, he might. I don't think he has the angle of his body to have.
He's able to turn out off the cage.
Grabbing the fence. Get off that. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, to the guillotine? No.
No, I think it's going to be pretty much a wrap from here, guys.
Why is he? Look at his face. Maurice is already grimacing as if he's hurt something.
That's a heavy, thick boy on top of Maurice right there. I think he's just grimacing, thinking he was trying to put a lot of pressure on that arm to keep him from cutting that angle, and then he stepped over.
Maurice right now in bottom side control, feet up against the cage. He's, I assume, going to try to push off the cage to try to roll Olynyk over. But once again, Olynyk,
all that weight on that front leg.
I mean, how many fights does Olynyk have? He has like 60. Not to mention he's been doing this.
Like 60.
And he's been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time. He's been choking individuals for a long time. Look at him. He is right now reaching and grabbing the rear hand. Oh, look, arm triangle. Look out for the arm triangle here.
He's going to look to close it in. Here it comes.
Gabe.
Slow.
There
you go. Good explosion.
Got to maintain space. They're going for the triangle. Oh. Triangle lock. Get that leg in. Let's go. Olynyk, the seasoned jiu-jitsu practitioner, gets out of the triangle.
He got that forearm in there and shut it off. That was nice. I like that he's threatened. I didn't think he was going to have it.
You got to threaten the triangle. It's T-City, baby. It's always T-City. Us tall people. That's all we got is the triangle. We can't guillotine. We can't Kimura. We're too skinny.
You just got mad about being called stick man. You can't.
Well, as long
you can't say I'm too skinny.
Look. As long as I'm stick man, that everybody realizes I still hit hard. As long as you can respect that I can hit and kick hard. Oh, all right, let's get back to the damn fight. Maurice standing up, finally still up against the cage. Still with that Kimura sweep grip, though, gets taken down once again. I don't know why he's trying the Kimura sweep, even if you're on top. That is not
pure defense. I think that's his. It worked the first time. I think he watched a lot of his takedowns. It's working for him. He's forcing him into his guard to make him try to pass.
Yeah, but 2-on-1ing the arm for the Kimura grip is only solidifying the grappling exchange. He does not want to be in any sort of grappling exchange. Instead of grabbing the Kimura grip, instead of gripping up, he needs to be working on the exact opposite. Create distance, create space.
Yeah, he's in a very familiar position right now.
Olynyk just passes all the way to full mount on Maurice Greene.
Crawls straight up.
This is where he gets Ezekiel chokes from bottom and from top. He wraps one arm behind the head. There he goes.
Right there, one elbow.
Throws one elbow. Maurice raises his head, slips the arm behind. Let's see if he does it again. He's lost the grip. Actually, I guess no, he's walking him away from.
He's still getting it. He's about to jack that shoulder and
stepped over to side control. Judo side.
And...
He doesn't
have that tight of a squeeze on him. I think he's trying to jack him into his armpit and choke him, but I don't think
this is a very, very weird.
I think he's very comfortable in this position. I don't think Greene's tapping from here.
No, there's no pressure on. This isn't a blood or an air choke. I mean, why are you squeezing?
He's just hugging him right now.
Yeah, I don't know why you're squeezing, brother.
He's holding him about like he missed him. He's been gone for vacation.
So he needs to get Maurice's right arm on the right side of his head. Maurice has right now
is defense for Maurice.
I know he's maintaining distance, but this wasn't a good choke for Olynyk to jump to. Granted, I'm sitting on my couch currently.
Watching.
But he jumped over prior to getting the arm across the face.
You see how low he got his hips? He's sinking it lower now.
But once again, Maurice's arm is not across right now. If Maurice taps from this, it's going to be the claustrophobia, not from the choke itself.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he has
Olynyk realistically could have gotten his arm across for traditional arm triangle attack. There you go. Bob him right off the dome. There you go.
He's getting hurt.
Of course he is. He doesn't have him choked. He's burning out his arms. Poor Olynyk. Not a good submission to go for in this position, especially given the position of Maurice's arm.
Maybe he disrespected Greene's defense a little bit. Maybe he's just thinking he would tap, thinking he was going to get choked. Who knows?
Maybe now he's trying to push that arm across and get on the opposite side of his head for a traditional arm triangle attack, which he wasn't doing before. He's just trying to tap
him off pure squeeze right there.
Well, he won the round, but I guarantee your Olynyk's arms are burnt. But then again, Maurice is tired too. You're just defending chokes for how long?
Yeah.
That is great. Well, first round, Olynyk for position, attacks. I mean, pretty much everything. Pretty clear-cut round. Also, you could have gotten a much better tough 28 tat than that.
How many tattoos you got? Just 2 on your chest? 3?
One on my chest.
Just the one?
One on my chest, one on my back.
Probably disrespect. He was on tough. That's a stamp. Would you rather him get it on his lower back?
No. I'm not saying the place. I'm not saying the place, man.
You mean a better one?
Yeah, I'm just saying the
It's
actual
like a Route
design.
66 sign
That's what I'm
almost.
saying.
It's awesome.
Route 66.
Yeah, Route 28, baby.
He ain't never been through Route 66. Look at him.
He just went through Route Titty Tits right there.
Watch it.
Titty Tits is...
Hey!
That's not a cuss word.
I don't care. I don't want any sort of demonetization coming.
That's the best insult that Rampage Jackson ever threw at anyone.
Hey, and now look at him. Now he's become it. So watch it.
Hey, you know, if you fight long enough...
I'm about to go do something real quick.
Did you like that? That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good, right? At least I have the best view in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick, I've got the best one.
Oh, they can't even see little Bowser down here. We got our little combat canine down here kicking it. Oh, there he goes. You can see him now on the stream.
Yeah. Look, you just threw it back for me on stream. I want this noted.
Maurice Greene's starting off, but he's closing distance. He's throwing power strikes coming forward. Once again, we know that Olynyk is only going to try to grab you and take you to the ground. He doesn't care if he's on top or on bottom.
You said you got a tat on your back that says "Get off me" when someone tries to grab me.
I got a tat on my back that says "Get off me." I'm gonna get a tat on my legs that both say "Let go of my leg." I'm sick of wrestlers. Let's just punch each other, please. Stop trying to pick me up and take me down. We already mentioned I'm built like a stick man. Stickmen don't have good takedown defense.
Ooh,
Nice knee.
Froze him. Did you see that?
Head kick, but Maurice is tired.
He's worn out, man.
Well, when you're tired, you should probably stop throwing high kicks. I would have to, and then once again, Olynyk shoots in for the double leg with Maurice's back up against the cage. This is where we've been seeing people getting taken down all night long.
He doesn't have any leverage here, though. He's going to have to step back on this.
100%. 100%. But that is, unless Maurice, look at him. He's fighting with that underhook. Hopefully he doesn't go for just falls to the ground, falls to the side. It's tired, man. And not to mention, Olynyk is a seasoned veteran in jiu-jitsu.
He's back on. Let's see if he tries to submit him just off squeeze again.
Olynyk in top half guard right now with one arm underneath the head, possibly setting up his traditional Ezekiel choke, which he hits everybody with from every position. He's hit Ezekiel chokes from top mount, bottom mount.
Unfortunately, I think this is where Maurice Greene sees that exhaustion is going to make him tap. I don't think he has the energy to defend this again.
Thank you, Hang Ham. He said if you just zoom in close to their eyes, you can see what they're seeing.
I'll open my eyes real wide for you guys.
You're not even in the shot, Liam. You want to be in the shot?
No, that's cool. I'm just chilling, bro.
We got a brother all the way over that way. But once again, he's locking up these chokes with nothing.
He's on his nose.
But look, he's locking up these head and arm chokes with nothing outside of suffocation. I know he knows how to do an Ezekiel choke. He has the most Ezekiel chokes in MMA. I think he has the only Ezekiel chokes in UFC history. He knows what he's doing. I wonder if it's just as simple as he knows this guy is Greene, and if he locks his hands around his neck, the guy's going to tap.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if somebody in his camp told him that maybe Greene has a history while training or rolling that he taps just from pressure.
I mean, it's a crazy thing. I mean, it's hard not to top from class 4. See what they just said? Yeah, stop looking. They said you were watching me throw it back.
I said at least I have the best view in the house. Did I deny any of this?
All right, so Maurice Greene once again going for the Kimura. So something that is known in the jiu-jitsu community is that a Kimura is probably the biggest strongman submission. Now what that means is that if your opponent is bigger than you, thicker than you, stronger than you, there's a good chance if they know jiu-jitsu, which Olynyk obviously does, that Kimuras are not going to be your best defense. It's the defense that relies mostly off of strength. If I try to Kimura this big arm, I'm not going to be able to, despite the fact that I've won multiple national jiu-jitsu competitions, and you've done jiu-jitsu all of about 5 times. I still won't be able to Kimura him. Olynyk on top. Just passed from once again. Just passed the mount.
He's trying to
Look at
shut
triangle for mount. Oh, gogoplata. Armbar.
Yeah, it'll be armbar is what he's going for here. He's gonna try to
Oh,
roll
good
out
bottom
one
down
more.
armbar. This is
Maybe.
not where you want to
Good
be.
step
Ooh,
over.
step over from Maurice. Nice. Good armbar defense there. He gets that thumb up and pulls. Oh, look at Maurice is going for an inverted triangle.
Look at
Lock
this.
it up, buddy.
Squeeze that.
T-City.
Who's leaking? Is this from Olynyk?
It's got to be. Look at him breathing heavy.
They're both gassed right now. I don't think either one of them has the energy for this that they're doing right now. His arm is stiffened all the way out, though.
Yeah, but he's over. He stepped over.
Yeah, he's good. He's clean.
The fulcrum is no longer on or between the elbow and the wrist.
I think this round 3 is going to be revving.
He tapped?
Did he tap from exhaustion?
I don't know, man. Let's go back and smack him on the butt as he
There
walked
you go.
away.
Good fight, guy. Oh, he's hurting.
Oh, maybe he tore
Maurice
something
is
up.
hurting.
Oh, he's headbutting the cage. He's upset at himself, man.
He tapped from exhaustion, I think.
I don't know.
I think maybe he got tired and released that pressure he had on his arm and it popped something. You know what I mean? Maybe from going stiff, tight, straight to loose. Maybe.
We'll see the replay and determine, because it did not look like that armbar was fully sunken. It did not look like the thumb was up. It's another important thing. If I have your arm in an armbar, traditional armbar, say your arm is up my chest, you have to have thumb up to gain proper leverage on the arm for it to be locked. It didn't look like he had thumb up, but you're that good of a jiu-jitsu. Let's see what we got here. All right, literally just steps his right foot behind him. His back's up against the cage.
He's tired.
Simple takedown. He could have went for the gogoplata here. He should have went for the gogoplata. That would have been sick.
He probably would have gotten it faster.
Oh yeah. Rolls for the armbar. Face down armbar. Oop, yup. See that extension right there? You were correct. Maurice stepped over the top and had leg pressure. What happens? He loosens up that left leg and it affords the distance for Olynyk to be able to put the final crank on that arm.
See, you guys, I'm not just good at looking at balls. I can see what's going on in the fight.
I will say though, props to Maurice Greene for good one.
I thought so.
Props to Maurice Greene for being able to stay in a jiu-jitsu scramble that long with Olynyk, because Olynyk is a seasoned jiu-jitsu practitioner and fighter. Another sub for him. How many subs is that now?
I'm sure Joe Rogan will tell us. Man, Maurice is that tired. He does not even want to put the shirt on.
He's so upset himself.
It's good, though. Learning moment.
I mean, but it's also a moment that shows him what he can actually do.
He's not a quitter. He was completely gassed, still fighting with everything.
Looks like our image is blurred out here. You want to go check? Oh yeah, I guess you can check right there. Because that ain't gonna fly. Well, good sub for Olynyk. Alexi. Let's see what they got to say. Excellent exhausting victory. Look at the split between his forehead.
No, we're fine.
It's gravy.
We're fine.
Look at this. 58 wins. He's finished 54 of his 58 wins, 46 by submission.
That's insane.
And Maurice Greene's a new competitor. He was able to stay in there. He was able to stay in there that long with someone that experienced.
Yeah, but do you think 10 years ago he does? I don't think he gasses near this much 10 years ago.
I mean, you didn't know who he was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
you didn't know who he was 3 years ago.
He was in better shape, I'm sure. He's getting older. It just happens with time.
Probably not as good of a fighter, though.
Maybe more experience, more roles.
10 years worth of fighting?
Hey, he's only 2 off Frank Mir. You think he's going for the record? Frank Mir's got 8. He's got 6 in heavyweight.
For what?
UFC subs.
Oh.
At heavyweight, he's got 6.
Well, luckily enough for Olynyk, he isn't as big of a name that they're going to be putting him in with these ridiculous guys, and he's a
gatekeeper for the new guys.
Man, if only he would have went for. I bet
that was beautiful.
Aaron Kush right now is crying for the fact that Olynyk didn't just throw him in a gogoplata. Kush has been wanting to get a gogoplata for so long. He loves them. Loves gogos. Don't say none. Don't say none. He's trying to mess up our traffic.
Man,
he's trying to steal people away from our stream. This good high quality content.
All right, now we got his Holly Holm and Raquel.
And then the main event.
Well, nobody's really talking about this fight. Let's be honest. Nobody's talking about McGregor.
No. There's been no media coverage. I don't know about you, but I bought this pay-per-view to watch Holly Holm versus Raquel Pennington.
Me too.
I'm actually gonna. We're gonna turn this.
I'm here.
We're gonna turn the stream off after that. We're not even gonna stream.
We'll find out what happens tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn off right after the.
I care more about Ludacris.
What's up, Luda?
And Joyner Lucas right next to him. Am I tripping? No, it's not Joyner Lucas. Who is that guy? Nick Carter for the Backstreet Boys.
I mean, he almost looks like Jeremy Renner. Is that not Hawkeye? Hey, Tommy John. Now this is the star in the house, guys. This is a legend.
Light up a J right there, Tommy. Why don't you? OG Spazman Elite in the chat. Why are they giving Mackie? Look at his wife.
This man has a basketball team of children.
His wife is the definition of. They keep, or what is it? I keep getting all. They stay the same.
What?
Hey, Steven Sandoff. What off this BS? This is exactly what it says in the title. This is a live commentary reaction breakdown of the event itself for those that are not able to watch it. Crumpets, what's going on? He must be from the UK.
I think that says corrupts.
Crumpets, what's going on? Can you describe this fight for your life? Like, am I fighting for my life here? Or is he asking me if I can describe the fight like to save my life? Well, I'm a very, very intellectual individual when it comes to striking breakdowns within this fight, and I do not believe we're going to have too many intense grappling exchanges between Conor and Down. And if they do, I'll be able to do a pretty good job of describing that as well. If you don't believe me, in the meantime, you can go and check some of our other content. We've had plenty of breakdowns on this brand new channel. This channel that we're on right now that you guys are watching has been up for less than a month. If you type in more Combat Sports World, so Combat Sports World, just the word more in front of it, you'll see our older MMA channel that we did a lot of cussing on, a lot of things that killed our monetization and advertising revenue. So we had to make this new channel so we can make some money.
And to be fair, I think we're done with grappling for the night.
To be fair.
I don't. To be fair. I don't think there is any more grappling in the near future. Holly, Raquel.
You don't think Raquel's going to be able to take her down? Because Raquel is not going to want to stand with her.
I think she might catch a shin to the eye if she tries.
Look at Johnny. Look at Johnny Bones.
We'll see how this fight goes. I'm ready for this, honestly. I cannot wait for this next
fight. I'm not in the... Dominic Reyes has made a career overthrowing a pull-to. An entire career off of sliding back and throwing the rear hand. John Jones has made it a staple of his career over the last decade to not get any closer to his opponent than he needs to. He was very flashy at the beginning. He didn't care. But as of the last few fights, pretty much since Ovin St. Preux, John Jones has fought extremely intelligently. So, when people are saying that Dominic Reyes has the power, has the technique to knock John Jones out, yes, I agree with you. But Dominic Reyes is not going to be in a position to do that because John Jones is not going to put himself in position to be knocked out by Dominic Reyes because he's not going to press forward. Dominic's used to being the taller, longer guy. He's going to slip back. He's going to pull what? Pull and throw what? John Jones is going to be there. But there's a fight. Anything can happen. And once again, unless John Jones retires undefeated, which very few, if any, champs are able to do, Floyd Mayweather in combat sports is about the only one that I can think of. Now we can talk about Julio Cesar Chavez, blah, blah, blah. Let's stick with the current generation, I guess, of fighters. No one's been able to retire undefeated. One day, it will be John Jones' day to look up at the brightest lights the world's ever seen. I don't personally think it's going to be against Dominic Reyes.
We shall see.
I mean, the MMA world is gonna absolutely implode the day that John Jones loses. Goodness gracious. Reyes don't even look like he can fight or win against Jones. I mean, he can definitely compete. We saw versus Chris Weidman that he's able to think intelligently and tactfully. I mean, Chris Weidman, I have a breakdown of that fight as well on our previous Combat Sports World channel, the More Combat Sports World channel. But Chris Weidman was reaching very, very far and switching stances into Dominic Reyes' power hand. Reyes had at least enough tact and ability to realize what was happening, make the perfect slide, and throw the counter to. You good?
Yeah.
So hang on. I'm in the same boat as you. Even though Dominic Reyes is 12-0, ranked 4th in the division, going against it's John Jones. It's John Jones.
We'll see. Reyes has
You want
size.
to know what I just saw?
You want
You know what I just saw in their stats?
What?
It said John Jones was 16-0-1, and it said running a 17-fight win streak, which means they consider it a win versus. Which it was. He beat Manhabel. Those were not 12-6 elbows. That's another.
Matt Hamill?
Yeah. Am I thinking of the right guy?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, that guillotine where he slumped Lyoto, my goodness.
I always thought that was the most disrespectful thing.
I know, just watching
You
him fall.
just stand and slump choke and just drop.
Another thing, rip Chael Sonnen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Rip
Why?
WEC
Mm-hmm.
makes weight. The champion misses weight
So he wins the fight, doesn't get the title.
because the champion missed weight.
Mm-hmm.
Makes 0 sense. But
Yes, sir.
So Luke misses out on a championship belt there. Anderson Silva won.
Last couple seconds.
Literally was doing the one thing that people said he wasn't going to do against Anderson, which was compete standing up. And he did more than compete. He dropped him like 2 or 3 times.
But to Chael's point that he said about the home fight, everybody was telling him going in he was going to get subbed. He was going to get subbed, and he told himself, I'm going to get subbed, and he got subbed.
Got subbed with 30 seconds left in a 25-minute fight.
And then
Would have been the champ. Then goes and fights John Jones.
The dreadful toe incident.
Chael Sonnen doesn't lose that round. That fight gets stopped in between rounds because of John Jones's toe.
Chael's a champ.
Chael Sonnen, UFC light heavyweight champion of the world. Could you imagine what a different Chael Sonnen we'd have right now?
I don't think we'd have a different one. I think that he would. That's the intros to his videos would be a little different.
Oh yeah, undisputed, the greatest fighter that ever lived
Yeah.
because he beat the greatest fighter
The
that ever
last
lived, John
champion,
Jones.
everything. Like, nobody else can take my belt. I want it. You can't take it from me. I'm retired. Stuff like that.
Rest in peace, Chael Sonnen. Man, this is going to be good. Reyes too.
Good
Valentina Shevchenko versus
Caitlin Kochugian, whatever her name is.
I know how to say it. My
I
brain's
can't
just
say
farting
it
right
man.
now.
I'm not good with pronunciation.
Oh, you snore, Bowser? Oh, did I wake you up? I woke up.
You scared the heck out of him.
I woke up the pupper.
Here we go. This is where Holly Holm gets her next W.
Aspen Ladd's ranked above Holly Holm?
That's a little weird.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Didn't Aspen just get dusted by Jermaine?
Yeah, in 15 seconds.
I think it was 19. Doesn't matter.
Dusted. I mean, where's the broom and the dustpan? Because we got a mess to clean up.
They're in the kitchen. Aspen Ladd, get out of Holly Holm's position. I think
I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's Holly and Random look like?
I
think we'll see it after this.
Yes, we will. Yeah. I mean, given the fact that Raquel loses, even though we're pretty much saying, but once again, this is a fight game. Anything can happen.
Hey, she can always punch her way out of this. Always.
But, I mean,
We'll see.
on.
I don't see it happening. I really don't. I think all the people that say Conor just has this cowboy fight won, I feel this way about Holly and Raquel. I think Holly just has this one wrapped up.
Holly Holm's a killer. She's a killer. Are we sponsored? We're sponsored by Combat Sports World. Fritz asked what time the main fight. Well, we're in the lead up to the co-main event right now, so I believe the main fight.
We're tops half hour away.
No,
45.
tops. You have no. How long are they going to try to draw this out for? Though is the question.
They're about to walk out. This is gonna go until 9:40, I'm assuming. So then you got a 15-minute fight, something like that, 9:55, and they're just bringing that up for 20 minutes. Around 10:15, 10:20 is when they're gonna kick it off. All the cards break down about the same.
Sorry, guys.
It's better for some reason.
Well, at least you can take a pill for that.
Still not.
Is it because I whispered it? Hey man, you should have took Truvada.
Well,
Hey guys, no, you might know what this bottle is, but no free advertisements over here.
But seriously, we're advertising because hey, everybody. needs
What fight
advertising.
are the guy and the girl in the background watching? Which one? The only question I have, brother, is which one's the girl?
That's the girl. That's the guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
They're watching his hairline recede. That's mine. I knew you would. Look, guys, I'm thinning. I'll still hit you though.
Hey, man, I think there's something wrong with them.
They're not responding. He said, "Which one's the guy?" I don't think we need to know. Did you? He said, "Which one's the guy?" I'm dying.
Oh, I'm watching. No, Holly Holm's KO reel.
You know,
oh
honestly,
my goodness,
though, Holly Holm is the guy in this, though. Really.
Don't make fun of her like that. Oh, they fought before?
Yeah, Raquel almost beat her.
Raquel did beat her. What?
No.
No, I'm not. No, I didn't. No.
She didn't beat her.
All right, we got a bunch of people. We got 13 people watching it down. 13 people just had me have a brain fart and forget that fight even happened.
I remember it happened, but 3 subs to start the main card. That's our buddy Levi.
Why are you drinking water watching UFC? You need to drink different clear liquid. That is facts. We should have brought some alcohol. We didn't, but we should have brought some. Oh, Bowser's snoring. Wait, listen. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear the little sleepy pup? Hey, what's up, Tech Gamer from Brazil? Brazil. What's the Bob's Burgers Capoeira thing?
I've never watched that show.
Never seen it.
Used to watch archery though.
Yeah, Holly won that fight for sure. I know Raquel didn't win that fight. Holly won that fight. They were trying to make it seem like Raquel had a shot because her hand was in the air, but I think that was probably after a different fight.
10-4. Well, Raquel's looking in fantastic shape. I know that her and I don't know if she's married or currently just dating Tisha Torres, but you know, you have your spouse is a professional MMA fighter. It probably makes your training camps go much easier.
Probably makes domestic violence a lot harder too.
Who's abusing who is the question?
Just saying. It makes it harder.
None of those dang jokes on here. Watch your mouth with your dang
it's all
violence jokes. Stay combative, my friends, just not with your spouse.
That was good.
Thank you.
Which one's the guy? Which one's the girl?
You're the girl.
I disagree.
Oh, goodness.
That was the best part of this whole thing.
Raquel Pennington, one of 6 bulldog chokes. The most notable bulldog choke, my ex-training partner, Robbie Lawler.
Got bulldogged.
Poor Ben Askren, man. Robbie Lawler, I mean, I don't think probably anybody watching this right now has ever actually trained with UFC fighters or people that competed before, but I will tell you, if you've ever gotten the shakes before when watching your favorite fighter fight, like they go to fight and you get nerves as if you're the one in there. It's even tenfold when you're watching somebody that you've trained with, somebody that has a personal connection with you. I met Robbie Lawler for the first time when I was no higher than my knee. And that was like 6 days old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's still 5 foot, bro.
So when I was watching him fight, especially, so I was in his camp in his comeback fight to the UFC when he fought Josh Koscheck. He only that camp and that camp alone, but actually my mom and stepdad owned a bar growing up. I'm from the Quad Cities, which is right across, literally a stone's throw from Davenport, Iowa. Davenport's part of the Quad Cities. I'm tripping. Anyway, that's where Militich Fighting Systems was born. So my mom and my stepdad employed and sponsored Robbie Lawler, Jens Pulver, Tim Sylvia, 3 world champions.
Holly looks ready.
Oh man, she's shredded. She's coming in this.
Look at the energy she's bringing into this.
Look at her abs. Look at her, dude. She is cut. Holly Holmes. Oh, this is poor Raquel. Raquel also looked extremely nervous.
She looked nervous the whole walk down. Everywhere.
The walk down, I didn't.
Everything. She looked nervous the whole time.
Well,
we'll see how this goes. When she walks in, we'll see how Raquel looks when she gets into the cage.
In my personal experience, I'm extremely nervous waiting behind the curtain to walk until my walkout song hits. The second that my walkout song hits, because once again, up until that fight, I've sat in a dark room with hoodied up and played that song and envisioned the walkout, envisioned at what point I'm going to step through those through those curtains so many times that the second that walkout song hits, you're no longer nervous. Then again, that works when you're fighting the number 5 ranked amateur in the United States of America, which is what I did. Not when you're fighting the number 3 ranked professional. 4. She's 3, right? 3 behind the champ.
3 behind the champ.
Regardless, I'm not. It's no longer your fight. There's a difference between me competing against the number 5 ranked amateur in the U.S. versus her competing against the number 3 ranked female fighter.
Female fighters that's ever lived
in the world. Not in the U.S. That's another thing we have to remember here is that these people that we're watching. This is if there's a better fighter that wants to fight out there anywhere in the world,
you'll be in the UFC.
You'll be in the UFC. Told y'all Dober was a threat. I didn't. So Dober must have beat Haspat.
Yeah, he did.
My man's Gaslam Jr. My boy.
Baby gassed.
His striking looks so good.
This is the fight we've all been waiting for, people. This is the fight.
We're turning it off after this fight. We're not even. I don't even care about the main event. What's the main event again? I don't even know.
This guy can quote every Conor quote. Every single one. He could probably verbatim, word for word, every presser that Conor ever did.
I mean, if you lead me into it, I'm good. I'm taking it. Come on, Rocky, get your tats finished. Fighting out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. You know, it's kind of strange. When I was training in Colorado Springs, Kat Zingano came and rolled at the gym, but we never went to where Rocky trained.
This is the last fight before Conor right now.
Hidden FN. How about now when it's Conor fighting Conor? Well, we got the co-main event going right now. Conor will be after this, and once again, who knows how long they're gonna queue us in between this fight and the main event.
Holly looks freaking yoked.
Yeah, she looks shredded in this.
I see. She's got so much energy that I'm almost nervous for her because she seems like she might come out too fast, a little shaky.
Chaos Kilroy, co-owner of Combat Sports World, saying Holm by unanimous decision. Conor round 1 TKO. I can see Conor round 1 TKO. I don't know how this is gonna go. This might be a question mark.
That's what they did last time. They've both seen each other. I think Holm has her number by now.
All right, Jason Herzog, don't mess this one up, bud. Look at him. What are you doing? Looks like he's about ready to rob somebody. All right.
He looks like the thoughts in Ben Rothwell's head before he did the fake laugh. That's what made Ben Rothwell do the...
Starting off Raquel Pennington throwing lead leg low kicks. Frank, it's probably going to be another 45 minutes until Conor's on.
It might not be that long, but...
Another thing that we have to take into consideration here is that Holly Holm and Raquel Pennington are fighting an opposite fight stance, which means the one that takes the outside foot is going to be the one that's going to be laying the majority of their power blows. We're more likely going to see Holly Holm step off to the outside of Rocky's lead leg and throw her patented 2-1-2 combination.
They're staying pretty toe-to-toe right now. We'll see what happens.
Another thing, though, is that from opposite stance, it makes it extremely easy to shoot ankle picks, high crotches, and single legs because your lead hand is close to their lead leg as opposed to being the opposite when you're in the same stance. So maybe Holly Holm does not want to take those deep steps to the outside of Rocky's leg to throw the strikes because she knows that Rocky is more than likely going to change levels, and then elevate Holly Holm.
She's already thrown 3 oblique kicks. She's going to keep working that thigh. Look, she's
Fourth one?
She's going to keep throwing it. I think she's trying to relieve that pressure. She wants to try to make her second guess that shot she's trying to take. We'll see. This is a strategy John Jones uses a lot too. So
right now, Raquel Pennington being pretty tentative, trying to gauge distance, trying to gauge range, find an opening. But that's the issue with you. You got to create openings. You wait to find an opening, you're going to find yourself on your back looking up at the brightest lights the world's ever seen.
Already got her reacting to the kick.
And look what she's doing right now. Holly Holm is pawing at the lead hand. She's doing a very good job of avoiding these exchanges. But right now, they're tied up, clinched up against the cage. Come on, Holly. Holly's entertaining this clinch. once again, just like with the Maurice Greene fight, I do not believe that if your main goal is to strike, that you should spend any time here at all. I believe that Holly Holm should be trying to get her back up off of the fence. But if she feels strong here, if she feels like that she can tire Rocky out here, that's a different story. Something that I saw Rocky doing already earlier in this fight is something that I broke down in our video of not only Israel Adesanya and Kevin Gastelum, but as well as Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker, which is the soft reset. Raquel Pennington is staying long at range. When she decides to close the distance, she's doing so in a burst. Once that distance is closed and her combination is over with, instead of, she's where she's at. She's close. That's where she wants to be. But just like Robert Whittaker, and eventually just like Kevin Gastelum, she resets, which now she has to close that distance all over again.
Hard. All her weight on her right now, though. She's trying to tire her out.
Ahmad, I do not know who wins what. Right now we got Holly Holm taking on Raquel Pennington. Conor McGregor has not yet showed his face. He's in the back. He's in the back throwing pull twos right now. Corrupt saying shares thing. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you.
What?
He shared the stream. That's a good man.
Appreciate you.
Shouldn't your Twitch boys be sharing us as well?
I did not hit anybody up. I should have. I'll let me see if they're streaming.
Yeah. Well, Holly Holm, despite my professional yet unlicensed advices, maintaining this clinch, doing a very, very good job of keeping Rocky working up against the cage. Once again, the soft resets of Raquel Pennington. That's going to have to be something that they mitigate in between rounds. A minute left in the first. Those soft resets are going to get her hurt because Holly Holm is a seasoned enough striker that those initial bursts are not going to trip her up. Holly Holm is going to avoid until she hits a brick wall, which is essentially the outer perimeter of the octagon, which is what just happened right there. Raquel Pennington did not have the opportunity to soft reset because they hit the cage. That's when Holly Holm decided to clinch, lock up, and push up against the cage. So right here, we missed it. Raquel Pennington did a good job of reversing Holly Holm, putting Holly's back against the cage, and immediately Holly gets her back. Just like this. Holly Holm's back up against the cage right now. Showing the difference in strength within this clinch, I will say that Raquel Pennington has only a few seconds left. 10-second mark. Raquel doing a good job driving, trying to elevate for the takedown, but Holly Holm currently has an underhook and a guillotine.
She's pulling on her neck.
So you guys know, if someone's coming in to take you down. Come here, boy.
All right.
Someone's coming in to take you down. Their goal is to get low enough on your legs so they can pick you up and elevate you. If I have what are called underhooks, which is where I feed my arm through, I can use this so when he goes to drop elevation and take me down, to get him back up. Maintain my posture. Holly Holm's doing a fantastic job of doing that off of these takedowns right now. Once again, Holly Holm trains with John Jones. Women train with men. She's been grappling John Jones.
Let's be honest, though. She probably gets pieced up.
John's not a nice guy. I don't. Maybe not.
If I hit a woman with a car, I'm just saying.
Hit her with if they hit her with a car, he'll hit her with a kick.
If you can't dodge a car, you can't dodge a kick. Oh, I love inappropriate jokes.
Ow.
What just happened to you?
Bowser just had a slip move.
Did that hit Bowser?
No. He rolled it like a champ.
I thought it hit him off the bridge. He's chilling.
Hey, that's my motherfucker.
Where's my motherfucker? Whoa.
Hey!
Whoa, man. He's not affiliated or associated with us.
Yeah, tell that to the YouTube's algorithm. I get demonetized.
YouTube, please.
Hopefully they didn't hear him. Did you guys hear him? Did you guys hear any curse words?
Of course they heard.
Remind us if we're cursing, by the way. Please.
Chowser, I heard you say that.
Raquel Pennington.
She looks like she's swelled a lot.
When you're Chaos Kilroy's in the chat right now. His last contest, he had somebody that literally either stayed completely at range or was pushing him up against the fence. It's very, very tiring when you're chin, when someone's forehead's in your chin, you're getting pushed up. Oh, Holly Holm initiating the clinch.
She likes his position. I think this is what she trained.
Well, she sees and feels that she has Raquel beat in the clinch. She has an underhook on the high side, and she's using the crown of her head to drill into Raquel Pennington's chin.
So we're gonna probably stay here for the remainder of this round.
Thick memes, how you doing? The thick ones.
Oh, thick memes. That's the Maurice Greene of memes right there.
He's not that thick.
I mean, that man had some thickness, sir. For being 6'7".
That's very true.
He almost looked like he used to be really fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So right now, Holly Holm has high side underhook in clinch up against the fence. So what that means is that she has the crown or the top of her forehead in the chin of Raquel Pennington, pushing her up against the cage, not allowing her to be able to move because she has a high side underhook. She's essentially she has to be wearing her out here. That has to be the goal. I mean, either she's just trying to win by decision, because she's not trying to finish her. She's not trying to take her down.
She might just be trying to finish her in the third.
Well,
maybe tire her out and then go for the high kicks.
3 minutes left in the second round. We're in the same position we were for pretty much the entirety of the first round. If they stay here, it's a de facto win for Holly Holm going into the third, unless she gets 10-8'd, and then it's a draw. Right now they're clinching open space. Raquel Pennington managed to turn Holly Holm and get her up against the cage,
and right back.
Immediately Holly Holm reverses and puts Raquel Pennington.
She did that smooth. Did not even look panicked. Nothing. Just she's been training this a lot.
No, absolutely no.
No effort, no thought.
No excessive effort. She didn't muscle her way into that.
100%.
What did we see with Maurice Greene and Olynyk? A lot of muscle.
And heavyweights.
But what did we see a minute and a half into the second round?
Gas. Well, I mean, there's well over 100 pounds difference here, I think.
But it shows you the difference between you when you're, once again, look at the buildup. Look at the buildup of lactic. You can actually see the lactic acid built up in the arms of Holly Holm because she's so shredded right now. Once again,
Big core. That's why she's
once again grabs the clinch and pushes her right up against the fence.
Raquel has zero answer for this.
In the exact same position every time. Michelle.
I wish it was Waterston in there.
Do you?
Not getting punished, just to look at her.
You really want to see Waterston versus Holm? No, thank you. Poor Michelle. Crazy there's only 20 pounds differentiating between those two women. That's Henry Cejudo versus Kamaru Usman right there.
No, sir.
If you had Michelle Waterston in there with Holly Holm?
But I think Michelle's taller than Henry. To be fair. I mean, honestly, Henry should have played Ant-Man.
Right now, Holly Holm just tiring out Raquel Pennington, just putting her back up against the cage. And like I said, she's not trying to take her down. She's not trying to knee her in the head to finish her. She's holding her there. She's tiring her out. She's winning the fight.
I'm assuming she's going to come out with the clinch at the beginning of the third, see if she feels more tired, and then try to start striking, hopefully. Unless she's just give it up. I mean, go win your fight, but...
Come on, fight.
Fight, yeah.
You're not...
Not to sound like somebody who doesn't like grappling, but you're not really... Not advancing position.
Thick Mean says it's a loop.
It's, yeah, it looks like.
I wonder, are you talking about that the fight itself is a loop, or that our stream is looping?
Well, this is obviously not a loop.
Well, the stream could be looping.
No, sir.
Well, we got 16 people watching right now, so if it goes down to 2, then we'll understand that it is indeed looping. Guys, drop it in the chat. New people that have never seen Combat Sports, we'll drop it in the chat right now if the stream's messing up. I don't think it is, but
I'm gonna get a kappa in the chat for Nick.
Once again, this is a new channel, everybody. This channel was made less than a month ago. Our previous, if you guys decided to search more Combat Sports World, it's our older MMA channel. I mean, we've been streaming for years. Getting mad because my stream link works, but got one pop-up and I can't close to get into it. So what you do from there is, it's dropped to 11 from 16, so maybe it is looped. Maybe the stream is looped. Stream's fine. Appreciate you.
I was looking at it right now. It's fine.
Gravy, 100% grave. Keep it up for the analytics. The watch time. Should have had it open this entire time.
Should have.
I'm on 12%, my man.
I've got chargers.
I'm on 12%.
Your truck's outside.
It's cold
Just watch
outside.
on this for free.
It's cold outside.
All right, start of the third round. The question is, how long until they clinch? Toe-to-toe right now. Holly Holm throwing her patented to lean in 2-1, the same one that she used against Chris Cyborg that got her absolutely destroyed against Chris Cyborg. Ooh, they clinched, and Holly Holm decided to shuck it off. Maybe Holly's deciding that this round's going to be the round of the strikes.
Ooh, maybe she's changing her mind now.
What are the people watching? Said stream's fine?
But I haven't dropped all
To
the way.
0.
All the way. Well, I'm still in it, so that's a liar.
Stream might make sure the stream ain't looping. One sec.
Refresh that page. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Still says 10 here.
Dang, man. It's tripping. Oh, well. Is what it is. So this round, Holly Holm is actually deciding to strike. She's avoiding the clinch, which is crazy. Raquel Pennington has been getting dominated for the last 10 minutes in the clinch and is attempting to clinch. Lit as the moon says BS.
Yeah, same.
Apologize. You gotta look at the title, brother. Look at the title.
You're mad at us for doing what we're doing because you thought we might do something else.
1-2 high kick for Holly Holm. Once again, but Holly is visibly fatigued right now as well. I mean, not to the point that Olynyk and Maurice Greene were.
Not even close. I think Raquel was way more fresh than Holly for sure. She's still applying that pressure. She's still got some explosiveness to her.
Back to the clinch again.
And this is where Holly ends the fight. It's right here for 3 more minutes.
The stream picked itself back up to 16. Let's go. Well,
I mean, this is pretty much it. This is the whole fight's been
Chaos Kilroy in the chat seemingly predicted this fight correctly.
He did.
Also, Levi, what you can try doing, brother, is you can try, instead of clicking out of it, just going full screen on the video itself, and then usually that'll avoid that advertisement. Nice long push kick from Holly Holm, then goes to the... I should have known that was coming. Mm-hmm. Throws the push kick, and then immediately afterwards throws the question mark kick.
Yes, sir.
The issue with that is that Raquel Pennington is so anti right now for a striking exchange of that magnitude that she sees the teep, the side kick, the anything, she's backing out of the pocket. So when you throw that teep to question mark kick, you want to do that and time that as they're coming towards you. If they're leaving the pocket off of your teeps, then they're not going to be in the pocket when you feint the teep to go to the question mark kick.
If Raquel's going to do something, she needs to do it now.
Of course, she needs to finish the fight now. Takes her down.
No,
right back to her feet. Right back to her feet. Well, would you stop advertising other streams in our stream? Genius. Holly Holm doing a dang good job right now of just keeping Raquel Pennington exactly where she wants her, up against the cage.
Look at that disappointment.
Yeah, that side kick to the knee is extremely nasty. That front leg side kick to the knee hyperextends the knee. People put weight on their front knee. It makes only sense. If you're moving forward, your weight's going to be on your forward leg. So when John Jones and Holly Holm are throwing that front leg side kick to your knee that has pressure on it, extreme possibility, extreme chance of hyperextension.
She hit her with it 4 or 5 times coming out the gate.
Would you look at the definition in her shoulders?
It's insane. She's shredded like mozzarella. Oh,
separates them. Let's go.
After 13, 14 minutes.
After 14 minutes of clinch work, Jason Herzog finally decides to separate and continue the action.
I just realized why he's been letting this go so long. He's been too busy doing this.
Just over there.
That he just was watching.
Jason Can't do that right now.
Where's that?
I mean, maybe we could go and mod him. Then you go to channel on there. But it'll take me so long to get back to it. Might do it in between fights.
Probably a good idea.
Well, 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left of this fight. Rocky's looking up at the. Rocky's looking up. No, it's not that the comment delayed so long. We're just not responding to him quickly. Well, Levi Chaos Kilroy.
It's like a 20-second delay on the video, Levi.
It's longer the delay, the better the stream quality turns out to be. We ain't taking no chances.
That's Holly. Decision. Good call, Levi.
Very good call, Levi.
Chows.
Would you give some commentary while I'm working on this?
I mean, there's not much to talk about. It was a clinch for 15 straight minutes. The knees were nasty.
So what's next for Holly Holm?
What's next for Holly Holm? I think we already spoke about this. Is going to be Jermaine Duran to me. I think that is the fight.
How do you see that fight going?
I see Jermaine probably trashing and thrashing Holly Holm. I think Jermaine's stand-up too strong for it. Ooh. Thanks, sir.
Hey, food delivery.
Nick.
Thank you, brother.
I'm waiting on the phone.
Still?
Yeah.
Dang it.
You're still blogging?
Connor's gonna fight.
You're doing a
What's
bad.
next?
I know. I'm doing a bad plug for Down. No.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
No cursing. You can talk. No cursing.
Yeah, ain't no cursing over this for kids over here.
Cheerins be
I
watching
know
UFC. Que pasta.
Judges' scorecards score this exactly how everybody else scored it.
30-27, 30-27, and 30-27 by unanimous decision.
30-26, more like it.
New Terminator is pretty good though. There's another plug.
She is pretty good. She just clinched
I
in
haven't
like
watched
15
it yet.
minutes. Holly the Terminator home.
I was actually pleased with it.
New one? You like the way they went with
It's
it?
not just a...
All right,
It was decent.
I'm done fucking.
I've made so many of them.
Whoa!
I'm sure everybody in this room thought I was going to be the problem today, people.
Whoa! I dropped the first, second,
The
third,
first, second,
and
third.
fourth.
I got the fourth. You got the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. You guys know the easiest way not to curse, right? Pretend your grandma's sitting next to you.
Sometimes that doesn't
Say
work.
fire truck.
Mother fire truck.
I've been in bars yet.
I mean, yeah,
Fire truck.
Holly Holm has been so lackluster in the.
Give this man this
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm going for pizza.
You're chilling, Brent. You're gonna sit there and stand.
No, I can sit right here too.
I know.
It's fine.
Well, Holly Holm versus Easy there, Stickman. Whoa. I don't know you well enough for you to call me that just yet, brother. Let me see on a few more videos first, and then I'll give you express verbal permission.
What happened to?
Call me Nick the Stickman Combat Sport Nick.
That's. I mean, to be fair, you only missed
Oh, to
one
be
word
fair.
out of his name.
To be fair. Well, to be fair.
Holly Holmes won.
Yep,
Yeah, she would.
one via clinch fest.
It was a clinch for 15 straight minutes.
Chaos called a lot of fights tonight. Got a couple Rondo. Miscalled Pettis and Dober, even though I knew Dober was a threat. I actually picked Barber too, but knew the odds were ludicrous. I mean, to be
20.
once again, to be fair, look what he just put. Look what he just put in the comments.
What happened?
I just saw that.
Naruto is better than One Piece.
Change that blanking.
Look, man,
This is a gravy poster.
when Naruto is better than One Piece, this will come down. That's it.
Why are you looking over there? He's right there.
Look,
I've
He's
been
there.
noticing you doing that.
I'm looking at the comments. It's because I'm used to having my camera on my computer.
Well, understand, adapt and change with the times.
I gotta stare into the light. I don't want to die.
Blinded by it.
Oh, my
Uriah
girl, Uriah,
Faber.
shake that chin, baby.
My girl Uriah. Hey, boy. No, you're staying your little
Chowser, I
combative
know you
canine.
saw the chin. Batista, what's up? You know who that is, right?
Oh, yeah.
From the Avengers?
Yeah.
That's Guardians of the Galaxy, bud.
Ooh.
Are they in the Avengers?
No. They're in Infinity War.
I think they
That's
are.
it.
I think
were
they
in
are.
2 Avengers movies.
Okay,
Tyson to King
They're not
Fury.
part of the Avengers.
Now that's my man. Semantics, gentlemen. Semantics.
Do you have a trigger?
Not for you. Are they in the Avengers?
Tatted
Not part of the
trash.
Avengers.
The movie.
Tate
man.
is trash.
They're
What?
in the movie. 2
What's
of
he?
them.
What's Corrupt saying over there?
Tate's. Are you talking about Tyson?
Tyson Fury? Chaos says he loves the color scheme of the gaming chair.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. That's mine, Levi.
Yeah.
Tatted it trash.
But he changed it over
And
there.
then
Yeah.
it's Tate's trash. I don't know what you're saying, bud.
Why are you looking there? He's right there for the last time.
I'm reading the comment, man. I had to read it to respond to it.
Okay.
So I got close. Do you want me to walk all the way that way?
I want you to just turn your head.
Okay, I'll do better next time. I want you to curse less.
We'll make an agreement then.
Deal. Deal. I'll stare at the light. You shut up. Oh! You're gonna break it worse.
Just wreck your back on the bar.
Thank goodness I have this thing. Also, everybody, free. I will give a free advertisement to this. I will give a free advertisement right now. If any of you have muscle soreness, if you compete, if you weightlift, if you're
You
active,
love the Avengers movies, yes.
if you have anything, well, I'm just trying to disregard these
one is it?
hooligans.
iPhone.
Anyway,
I don't have a charger now.
The one
These
I got
massage
was
guns,
this
you might
long.
see them. Faraz Sahabi has a version of his called the Tim Tam. It's like $600. This right here is $100. Works the exact same as the Tim Tam, and no joke, this is making me so much more flexible, so much less muscle soreness. I have a vertebrae over an inch out in my neck. My C2 and C3 are both out of place.
Bro, look here. There you go. Where are you looking?
This thing cures all the pain from it. You flip the boy on, turn on max, do that. A few minutes later,
My computer.
boom,
Yeah. And I'll just
Done.
sit there and mod it from there.
I don't care. You can actually turn that way. And I'll just use my
I'm
phone.
gonna do that, Nick.
I don't know what. Okay,
He's gonna mod for my PC.
And my phone is about to die.
but you can't mod from the. I mean, you can on our channel.
He's gonna
I'm
swap.
just gonna
Yeah.
pull it on mine and then.
You can mod from our channel though now.
Yeah, just mod from our channel. You
You
already
don't
have it
have to
running on your
swap
phone.
accounts.
Alright, I'll do that then.
You know, instead, you could probably leave this and go to the stream itself. 9% gotta leave and save
That's
phone
what I
back
was
from
gonna
McGregor. Sorry, mates. I hear you. You're
I
all
was
good.
gonna-
We'll see you
I
back.
was gonna log into mine, pull up the stream, and then.
It's too much extra bandwidth. Just do it from there, bro.
Alright, what's
That's
that?
fine, whichever works. I was just gonna say.
Where'd my phone go? Oh, you're on it, Chowser. What's up, bro?
Levi, at least I'll stare at the light. You shut up.
It was good, Levi. And see, I shook on it.
Bim Bam Goat. The Bim Bam is the goat. It's the generic Tim Tam. This thing's the
It's
best.
the beast, man.
I drive a tiny little Ford Fusion, and I drive back and forth from Illinois to Colorado. And this thing right here saved my life. I mean, even right now, my
fine.
neck's starting to
It's
hurt
curved.
as
See it
I'm
all?
watching this right now.
That's fine for me right there.
But I flipped this bad boy on,
Cord's too fine.
turn this massager on, hit my neck for a few minutes, hit my back for a few minutes, and it takes it all away. So if you guys have any muscle soreness, any joint issues, if your back's messed up, if you work out, these things, if you go on Amazon, look up deep tissue gun or massage gun, you can find these for $100.
Even if you don't work out, man, that
This
thing
is-
makes you feel great.
I mean, you literally get limber. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Legit, you guys can search up my Instagram, Nick Gust MMA on Instagram. I showed a difference in my high kicks after just 2 weeks of using this. No extra flexing, no extra stretching. My high kicks with equal power and snap have no joke in the last 2 weeks risen about 6 to 8 inches in height. My head kick has gotten 6 to 8 inches higher just from using this to work out my muscles. I'm telling you, if you're lazy like I am, you spend $100 and get it. It's a game changer. Well, enough free
chit-chat.
advertisement for these guys until they start paying me.
Now we've got this Irish MMA legend, and then we have Conor walking down in a few minutes.
He's talking about Paul Felder. Just stare at the light, Beanie Bro. Beanie Boy.
Beanie Boy? I'll take it.
Sneezy.
Sneezy boy.
Get back up here. Come here. The people are asking about you, Bowser. They miss you. Get up here. If you guys are curious right now, a really good video on our channel. If you go to click on the channel, look up Dog Predicts Francis Ngannou KO. This guy right here. He gave a prediction on one of our videos. A little quick video. He's the star of the show.
You were going to, weren't you?
I was dead going to. 100%.
Conor McGregor, man. Oh. We're watching Conor McGregor KO people around. Are you Tim the Tool Man Tonka Truck?
I'm Tim the Tap Man Taylor.
Facts.
Shout out to Tim the Tap Man. Shout out to Tim the Tap Man.
Thank you, Beanie Boy.
You're welcome.
Stick
Hoodie.
Man.
I was gonna curse.
Hoodie what? Hoodie. I'll head kick you this. I'll head kick you the second that this stream
You can't
pops off.
stand up.
It's because my back's broken.
I'll bim bam you to death, alright?
I might need to bim bam my way into making sure my back's fixed. Oh, delay.
Did you just
So,
say
Odelay. All right, so everybody watching right now.
delay?
We haven't had any true fan questions or fan interactions yet during this video. So, drop your comments in the comments section as we're waiting for Conor McGregor and Donald Cowboy Cerrone to start. That way you can get some nice original content here. What? Making all kinds of noise. Messing up productions.
What exactly are you commentating right now?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a way to commentate something. There you go. Man, the disrespect. The disrespect.
Alright.
Goodness.
The disrespect. Why do you gotta use your face?
Come on, guys. Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone. What are you guys thinking as of this moment? Because I'm thinking what the rest of the world is thinking. Now, I'm calling Conor McGregor by first round KO for the reasons of Conor McGregor is. You can open that.
I was waiting.
No, open it. Wait, open the pop. Open the pop.
And the billionaire strut.
They can't see the billionaire strut. You gotta explain to them he's doing the billionaire strut. Right now, Conor McGregor's doing the billionaire strut. Anyway, Conor McGregor starts extremely fast. Extremely fast. Doesn't need a second. Only needs a second to gain your timing, range, and distance. We look at Donald Cerrone, who has a history of being a second, third, fourth round fighter. It takes time for Donald Cerrone to get his timing down.
Everybody's doing it.
I don't even know if this is coming on an answer now.
And we're gonna have to go have our own UFC 246 with Domino's. They don't send us pizza. I'll show him a left hand. I'll show him a left hand shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
They probably got over.
They might have gotten overrun.
Austin's upstairs.
If you sit there, will you be able to see with me sitting here?
You sit right there. I'm
No, he's
Oh,
bottom.
Oh, look at that! Look at that, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know how to say that guy's name. I don't care about basketball.
Okay.
I don't give a good dang about basketball. It's about MMA. It's about combat sports over here.
I mean, they fight in basketball sometimes.
If Ron Artest's on the court, Ron Artest.
He only fights fans.
That's why Levi just left the stream. That's his favorite thing. The Ron Artest, like the fighters within basketball, like Ron Artest and who was the Ben Wallace.
Oh,
Ben Wallace with the Pistons, just trashing people.
while he was wearing them glasses.
This one's an airline, so hockey still gives you one good one.
Oh yeah.
They actually fight.
We never got pulled this whole time with the audio. I guess we got a good level.
What do you mean?
We never got messed with.
Yeah, we get lots of.
We might have. Maybe that's why I went to 0 for a second.
We get
What,
lots of
what do you think I messed up? Oh, the
audio.
oh.
Maybe
Oh no, we're
Yeah,
fine. We're
there's
fine.
13.
They go for audio, but mainly it's video
Yeah,
recognition
between,
software,
10 to 20.
which is good for the first stream on a brand new channel.
Oh, I've been impressed.
Damn right you're impressed, Frank.
I am.
Darn right.
Dang it.
Yeah, no cussing. Fire truck.
Fire truck.
You guys want to know the best part about this? I was specifically told not to do this. I was even sure I was going to be the problem. To be fair,
To be fair,
I was sure I was going to be the problem.
nope. It's always the person who gives the advice that ends up being the one to not follow
You're
it.
so worried about me not cussing.
I'm up here cursing up a storm.
And I'm a sailor man.
All right. Another thing, though, despite the fact that, I mean, everybody in this room and probably the majority of people that are watching this, if you take out your personal bias and hate for Conor McGregor,
He's going to win.
you can probably, if you had to bet your life or money, you're going to put it on a Conor McGregor finish. But is anybody going to be, are you going to be, I mean, we're going to be shocked and surprised whenever somebody gets their lights cut off. But are you going to be surprised, would you be surprised if Cowboy 1-2 high kicks Conor McGregor and Conor McGregor's on his back, looking up at the brightest lights the world's ever seen?
Of course, at this
I wouldn't be
stage
surprised.
of their careers, yeah. What you called earlier is what is probably going to happen. It's pretty predictable. But if Cowboy can withstand that onslaught, then it gets more in his favor. But what you said, it's just, I'm an older guy, and so isn't Cowboy, and that's normally what you called is normally what's going to happen. But we all want to hope for something. But Conor McGregor, now that he's in his lane, the only time I actually had disdain for him is when he was trying, and a guy that I hated that I got respect for is Mayweather. Because if Michael Jordan and Peyton Manning are going to throw footballs for a tire, who are you going to root for?
I'm going to, of course, root for the guy that threw footballs for his entire career.
Right. And I thought McGregor actually shamed boxing a little bit by thinking he was going to take on one of the best ever that I couldn't stand, that I had respect for after because he went toe to toe and went and fought Mexican.
For
But
sure.
McGregor's back in what he does. I don't know. Y'all need Michael Jordan. You need those guys. He's it.
He is it. He is it from MMA. I mean, when it comes to star power,
Connor is the
Name
Dennis
recognition?
Rodman of the UFC.
no, he's not. Think
Yes,
about
he is.
name recognition. He's Michael Jordan. He's
Michael
Kobe
Jordan.
Bryant. He's LeBron James.
Name recognition, but antics.
Who cares about antics? This is antics
Everyone.
in
That's how he got the name recognition.
Yeah, but antics in MMA are much different than antics in basketball.
Yeah, 'cause you actually have to back up whatever antics you do.
Right.
Oh, that was that Max fight. That was his first fight in the UFC, yeah?
Nope. First
The
fight in
second
the
one?
UFC was against Marcus Brimage. Second fight was against Max Holloway. Then Diego Brandao. After Diego Brandao, I believe, I think it went straight from Diego Brandao to Dustin Poirier, Poirier to Seaver, Seaver to Mendez, Mendez to Aldo, Aldo to Nate 1, Nate 2, Eddie Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and now somehow Conor McGregor is slated to fight Donald Cowboy Cerrone at welterweight
A fight everyone has wanted to see
for 5 years.
since, 2015.
Was it 2015?
It was 2015.
Oh, it's been a long time.
It was 2015, and they were talking about 155 at the time.
Ooh, Conor he hadn't even fought at 55 yet.
He was talking about he can't come to 155, and now they're fighting at 170. 5 years later.
He was scheduled to fight Rafael Dos Anjos when they were having that press conference.
Yep. And Cowboy said he can't fight with us. We're too big. We're too strong. And he said he snapped us aboard.
I'll snap you in half.
Yep.
So that's it. He goes, we come up here, we're gonna bend your little blank over and knock the lucky, and then Conor did the patented
All right, let's take votes though.
yeehaw.
Is he coming out to Notorious or is he coming out to Return of the Mac?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good. He's
No,
he's always had like three
Notorious.
He's always had like three different spliced songs in his walkouts though.
Well, he'll walk out to one and then it'll transition to the
Yeah,
other.
he'll start out with the Notorious and then maybe switch into.
So he'll probably
She
start
moves through the
Return
fur.
of the Mac, and then it'll go straight into Notorious.
I mean, we're gonna find out. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Conor keeps his hands real low, and
Listen,
Conor
wait.
throws a real good high kick. My goodness.
And what's the over-under on some beard hair getting ripped out here?
You think of the dumbest stuff.
They have it at Caesars.
I'm sure they do, for sure. What's the over-under that Cowboy just grabs a leprechaun by the beard? 0. He's not happening.
Oh, it's starting. Oh, are they gonna sing him into the octagon again?
This is Cowboy.
Of course, Cowboy walks out first.
He's walking out to Cowboy like he always does.
Very
We
low.
might have
Very
one.
low
You
noise.
can take it up one. It's not picking it up at all. It's the last fight. We ain't been pulled yet.
It's just low right now. It'll get going. I know we'll be able to. All right, so let's take this time to determine Donald Cowboy Cerrone's mindset. Who do you think will win? XJ Cash. I think everybody in this room right now is under the impression that Conor McGregor is going to win by first round TKO, but I will not be surprised if Donald Cerrone is able to finish Conor McGregor as well. I mean, these are some of the best fighters on planet Earth.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Given him the reason why we're saying that Conor McGregor is not going to get finished is because we don't believe that Conor McGregor is going to make a mistake to get finished. We believe that Cowboy Cerrone is going to be the one to make the mistakes.
I think that if it gets out of the first and second, that's when Cowboy's going to be able. If Conor's going to get finished, it's not going to be in the first or second. When have we seen that?
I mean, we've seen Conor McGregor get finished once. Or twice. Fourth round by Khabib, second round by Nate Diaz.
That was third round, wasn't it?
Second.
By Nate?
No,
was it second?
second.
End of the second, though.
Uh-huh.
So, but Cowboy's not going to finish him like that. It's going to be strikes. Cowboy already said. And Cowboy's not going to come in here and bump his gun.
Corrupts keeps saying, please describe the fight for your life. I don't understand what that means. No,
I don't either. Please describe what you mean by that.
Por favor.
Like describe
Por
the fight
favor.
like your life depends on it or something.
Oh, maybe. Well, Corrupts, if you were going to ask anybody to do it, you came to the right place, brother. If anybody can do it, you're looking at him right here. You know, and throughout talking, I haven't been able to look at any of Donald Cerrone's demeanor either. Something I'd like.
He looks like he always looks.
Something I'd like to know is
He looks exactly
what how
like he
much did he go up to? Is he 175 right now? 173? He's smiling though.
He looks like he's walking around at the mall. I don't think he cut a pound. I think he's walking around at 175 maybe.
I think he's
perfect weight right now.
I think he's walking around like he probably just made $10 million.
He might have made 5. I don't think he made. Well, we'll see. We'll see the numbers.
No, they'll only release disclosed. We have no idea.
They already released disclosed. So far he's only made 200.
200. Yeah. You know, he's in the mills. He's in the millies. Donald Cerrone's in the millies. Now that Conor McGregor with the blackout treatment, everybody leans forward. You were kicking it back there earlier.
It's because I can't watch the fight, so he's relying.
Be a Joe Rogan to this fight. Corrupts, we got you, brother.
For sure.
The comment he said is 100% the Vegas odds. It's 100%. It's to the second round, like the third minute in the second round. Up to that point, it's McGregor like in a huge amount. And then it's exactly what you said. As it goes past that, it's totally Cerrone's. Yeah, they never had one like that.
Oh, so you're talking about the individual spreads.
Yeah, the further the fight goes, Cerrone's chances go up in Vegas.
Exactly what Vegas is saying. What you guys are saying is the first half is McGregor. The second, if it goes past that, it goes.
Commentary mode.
The odds go, which is exactly what you said.
I always get scared when
Rogan?
I'm Rogan. And you're Rogan too. Oh! You're Rogan too. There's no Annex here.
I just
There's
gotta
no
practice
color
my
commentary.
Anik Gill.
Look at him, strutting in.
I'm just thinking I'm gonna practice yelling, Conor McGregor!
I don't know, man. Conor's.
Focus.
I can't. Oh,
He
he's
looks
smiling.
like he's having fun right now.
Oh,
But he doesn't look psychopathic like he used to when he was a killer back in the day.
we'll see. Oh, buddy, the time is now. Oh my goodness, the notorious Conor McGregor still fighting on it. I don't know. I can hear his John Anik's voice. Is there an option to watch this?
Mac.
It is.
Yep. You hear that high pitch?
Quiet red band. No red bands on this stream, Kenny. No red bands. Oh, or maybe he's telling you to be quiet, calling you red band.
Hey, first of all,
Yes, he looked at the camera. Ow.
I'm not red band. Second of all,
He doesn't know
watch
what
this.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Leave him be. Leave him be. Ooh.
When has red band ever done fight commentary?
When have you ever done fight commentary?
Right now, one more than red band.
Facts. Another question, like
What is
going into what Frank was saying, how much is Conor, if this fight goes in the third and fourth round, which I'm not predicting that it does, but if it does, how much fatigue is Conor McGregor gonna feel? Because he went 5 rounds versus Nate Diaz.
Yep. At 170, right?
This is not going to be a heavy grappling exchange like it was against Khabib Nurmagomedov. And I can tell you guys from personal experience, when you're not a grappler, when you're a striker essentially, you don't train as much grappling. I can go into the gym after not training for a year. I know this because I just did this. Go into the gym after not training for a year, spar 10 rounds in a row with professional fighters, not break a sweat. The second that grappling exchanges come into play, the second we start clinching, the second that I'm defending takedowns or defending submissions, within 20 seconds I am gassed.
Conor looks way, way, way better than he did when he fought Nate right now.
He looks loose.
Way better.
Well, think about this. He was also, in his last contest against Khabib, he was a drunk. He was a drunk that was not training.
He hasn't had a drink in 3 months now.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Even though he just took a shot of Proper 12.
Oh, now it's starting. Now it's real, Cowboy. You've thought about this for 5 years. You wanted this. Now it's real.
I want to see how well his power translates because he freaking looks jacked, dude. He does not, because he still looked kind of skinny when he fought Nate. He looks jacked right now.
Look at that. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Conor McGregor's eyes.
He looks like somebody threw the age filter on him. In that.
I think that might be the 3 years that he took off of Proper 12.
Maybe.
Proper 12.
How does Cowboy look younger than Conor?
It's got to be the lighting.
It's the beard, man. It's that Irish beard. It's got to be, dude. The wrinkles. He looks too intense.
All right, everybody. If you're watching this right now, and if you're going to say after the fight, I told you so, now's the time to throw it in the comments.
Cowboy looks the same as he always does. Let's see how he performs. You know how Cowboy does with bullies. He's got to have fun.
Good luck. We have Sal Diamato and Chris Lee in the judges' booth. Those are at least two individuals that rarely get it wrong. Doubtful that it goes to 5 rounds.
Doubtful that it goes to the second.
We didn't think that Nate Diaz was going to go 5.
Yeah, but if Conor's power translates, I really don't see this getting out of the first.
Me neither.
Because there's no way Gaethje is harder than Conor.
But once again, it doesn't matter how. It matters where you hit more so than.
And Conor's precision is the best.
Kenny's taking Cowboy. Via what, brother? Plus 285. Give me Cowboy. Yeah, he's betting the Vegas odds. Kenny's betting the Vegas odds. He said, give me Cowboy for plus 285.
Well, go ahead.
And
odds are gonna
fight prediction, we go off of 1-to-1s, brother. And on a 1-to-1, I'm putting my money on McGregor on this one.
You got that start time right on the dot.
I ordered pizza now in 40 minutes ago.
Is anybody surprised?
Start time.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I watched these cards.
Hey, you started this when we started streaming an hour and 40 minutes ago. You used to order the pizza an hour and 40 minutes ago.
I know.
You're not even going to have the pizza to watch the
It's been an hour
fight.
and 40 minutes.
They better give you your
I'm
money
not
back.
giving an endorsement. No, I didn't pay when they come.
Oh, that maybe they just dropped you
Rivers
and maybe they
Casino
thought it
in
was
Pittsburgh.
up
Oh, you actually placed your bets, my friend. We'll see how this one goes. Hopefully you parlayed it. The Octagon Legend.
I'm sorry.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone. They ever said that to someone before? They called him out as the Octagon Legend, like that's his nickname.
I mean, everybody paid for this fight that didn't know who either one of these people are, so because of this. So I'm not mad at it. What do they call Conor though?
Pride of Dublin. He's looking thick. Conor McGregor's looking thick and in shape. Look at him. Look, he's doing the Joanna. He hates hearing the word former.
Yeah, he's mad. He's sitting here thinking, "Shut up, Bruce." Is he doing it? He did it.
Oh, we got a different Conor strat.
Yeah, Cowboy ain't stopped doing what he's doing though. Let's see. All right, now Herb's telling him to be coming safe in an octagon.
Cerrone's bigger. Cerrone's bigger by a good bit.
We already knew that though.
We did already know that. Oh, it's time.
Yeah, but Conor, I'm sure their reach is about the same. If
All
not,
right.
Conor's got longer arms.
Professional level commentary coming at you.
Let's see if Conor comes out low and slow.
I'm going to count you guys down at the beginning. If anyone who's watching right now wants to line it up with our current fight stream, I'm going to give you the first 5 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, immediately
he tried
jumps
to pull
in
him off it all.
with a flying knee off the jump.
Shoulder.
Throwing shoulder punches.
I
43,
think it's already
53,
gonna be over right
52, 51, 50. Conor McGregor hit Donald Cerrone with very, very good shoulder strikes from clinch to start. I have not seen that. Donald Cerrone already has a black eye.
And
Donald
a bloody
Cerrone's
nose.
nose is already bleeding. Head
And he's already
kick!
out.
Head kick from Conor.
Game
Stuns
over.
him.
Overhand left.
Conor McGregor
overhand
drops
left,
out, overhand left, right hook.
TKO. TKO. Herb's got to stop this.
This is
Herb's gotta
this is
stop
going to be a
this.
ridiculous. Oh my goodness!
It's over with. Herb's got to stop. It's just overhand left. He's pummeling him on the ground.
Conor
There was no
McGregor
fight.
at 4 minutes and 20 seconds into round 4 minutes 20 seconds 40 seconds into round number 1. Comes out, throws a flying knee.
He pulled a George Masvidal and then he hit him with 4 shoulder strikes.
I mean, full clinch, jumping into the air, striking him in the nose.
He said, "Thanks for taking this fight. I love you."
After a flying knee and 4 shoulder strikes, Donald Cerrone had a bloody nose and a black eye. Conor McGregor then throws a lead. Conor McGregor then throws a lead leg high kick.
Chris Lever show or no?
Hey,
Go ahead. Don't stop now.
you go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
I'm done.
No, you go. No,
I already
you-
said my piece.
Oh, the piece is that Conor McGregor rested Cowboy in peace.
Cowboy's probably done. I think that was his go-away fight. That's red panty night. That's the biggest paycheck of Cowboy's career by a lot.
Did the flying knee land?
It looked like it hit him here, about like the Askren one hit.
Well, we're going to have to look and watch the replay on this one. He looks like the real Kenny. He's back.
He's back.
He's
throwing
back.
unorthodox things that we don't see. It's the equivalent of cheesing in a video game. He does things that nobody does, and he does them better than anyone can.
He started off the fight with a flying knee.
In front of George Masvidal, and that's who he's calling out, guaranteed
Oh, that's
right
another
now.
question. Who does he call out?
George Masvidal.
Or is it Khabib? Maybe
It's
no.
not Khabib. It's Masvidal. Look how thick that man is. He's not going back down.
Conor Cerrone is
Yeah,
so
it's-
bloody.
He
with
TKO'd
40
him
seconds.
in 40 seconds. And the fight was over in 10.
All right, here we go.
We broke it down.
Feints
folks.
the jab. Oh,
Oh, Conor
really? Oh my
Cerrone
goodness!
slipped a straight left and ducked into a knee from Conor that was almost looked unintentional.
Oh.
And Conor hit him with 5 leaping shoulder strikes while they're in clinch position. And then from there, it was just back him up to the cage, overhand left,
Oh.
overhand left, overhand left.
Conor McGregor then feints the rear hand. Throws the cowboy. He hit him with the. Conor McGregor just knocked out Donald Cerrone with Donald Cerrone's patented move, which is where you feint the punch, and as you're feinting the punch out, the leg comes over the top. So once
Show
again,
him shoulder strikes.
That's
That's what he wants. He's wondering what's happening with shoulder
with the
strikes.
shoulder strikes, Conor McGregor, once again, he's the smaller opponent, so he
Yeah.
has the overhook with this arm.
Right here.
He is then, you're going to shoulder strike me.
Yeah.
He is then jumping up and in to Donald Cerrone's chin. I don't know if you guys were able to
That's
say
what
that.
rocked him. That's what rocked him very badly. Shoulder strikes. 5 of them.
So to just recap once again, anyone who's watching fresh, Conor McGregor starts off the fight with a lead-off straight left. Donald Cerrone slips for the takedown. Conor McGregor somehow, by the grace of God, managed to get off a left knee, then landed 4 shoulder strikes.
That was a good slip from Donald.
Dude, he's so busted up after 40 seconds, man. Both eyes black.
He was hitting him on both sides with the shoulder. One side. He turned his head.
Kenny, no, this was no fluke. This was no fluke. Donald
This
was
a
not.
strategic plan.
Donald was not too terribly rocked after the knee. The shoulder strikes hurt him, and then Conor McGregor threw a feint left hand, left high kick, hit Donald Cerrone in the chin and dropped him, and then finished him with strikes. Let's see what they got to say.
We can turn it up now, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
We're gonna turn it up, guys. Y'all can hear Joe Rogan.
Clinch with your shoulder. Is that something that you've worked on? Yeah, I changed levels when I didn't come up into it, so it's a good shot.
You can't even hear him talking over the sound of the crowd.
Very good, Joe. You know, I made history here tonight. I set another record. I'm the first fighter in UFC history to secure knockout victories at featherweight, at lightweight, and now all the way across 3 weight divisions.
Conor McGregor, the first fighter in UFC history to finish somebody by knockout at 3 different weight classes.
I think it's specifically these 3 because surely Rumble got 3.
No,
And 3 different
he
weight
was only 170 in light heavyweight in the UFC. He was only in 2 weight classes in the UFC.
He didn't fight 185?
Nope. Went straight from 170 all the way up to 205.
Heavyweight soon.
Yes, he will. So, but no, guys, this was not a fluke whatsoever. This was a man that is. Look at this.
Break
Look
it
at
down
this. Look,
slow for him.
look at this feint left. Throws the left hand.
He didn't throw that knee. He ran.
No,
into
I
it.
think he knows to switch hips. I think that was trained
Maybe.
because that was the shoulder strikes one.
That's what busted his eye right there. That's what cracked him.
The shoulder strikes, and then, and another thing, Conor McGregor did not. Oh man, lead
He
high.
should have stopped it right there. Herb just let Cowboy take punishment because it's Cowboy, and he can make
Dude,
it
he's
through.
hitting hard, son.
He has the power in his hands, but we didn't really even get to see it.
Come on, why? That's leaving so much up in the air. What
didn't
happened?
get
What
to
happens
see
with
it.
Conor Masvidal, Conor Usman? It's so much more. It's so much more interesting. Now that
I
we
did
see
not
it.
think before this that Conor had a chance against Jorge.
Let's hear the. Who's gonna call out? He's out here promoting Proper 12.
Irish. Proper 12 Irish whiskey.
What's next? Here we go. Here's the question.
Conor's not going to 155 right now. Finally, huh? He's calling out Jorge and Usman.
Can I make one comment?
He called them both out. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm new to UFC. Well, I've watched it, but I'm a huge boxing fan.
Yeah.
And that was what I was afraid of. Was Gaethje the sign? There's always that one to where, okay, was it just a younger, stronger?
Well, Darren
guy
Till
that
was
flew?
the sign. Jorge was the sign.
But
he's
all the
just a fighter.
accolades they were given to make people buy it
Yeah.
was that. Look at
money.
how many finishes. How he's old and
Yeah.
and he needs
He's
to.
one of Joe Rogan's best
to
friends,
t-
too.
He needs to jump right in right next to Joe Rogan and be an announcer.
Hey, Frank.
I split it up with me and us together. But yeah, hopefully somebody just advises them not to stay in too long.
You can't tell Cowboy that he's
Well,
not
right.
CTE.
No,
he's
he-
not slow. He just wants to fight.
Well, right, but
If he was slurring his words and speaking slow, he would have people.
unfortunately,
Oh, his mom's crying.
other time
Mom's crying over
caught
there.
up to a great fight.
Joe's crying.
Well, yeah, he knows he's done.
Yeah, he just got the biggest payday of his life.
He's
He needs to
well
go out
over a
that
few
way. He
million.
deserves it. That's what all those accolades get you now. Live a healthy life.
Goes and hugs Cowboy's mom, kissing each other. Conor showing the respect, kissing Cowboy's mom, feeling her up a little bit.
See, I wish Conor didn't ever. I like that he was talking trash to Jorge and to Usman.
She looks like she's having fun.
But
Yeah, because she knows how much money that her son
she
just
knows
made off of this guy.
she just got a new house off this fight.
shifts the straight left, brings the left foot forward, and the
I
knee
think
to
he
the
was just
chin.
switching stances, though. I think that was a total fluke hit, and that didn't rock him. That's what the second one here. This one,
The shoulder strike.
boom! That one's what rocked him.
Shoulders-
Some grimace after he took it. The second, third.
I'm not going to lie to you. This has been the first time that I've seen shoulder strikes from clinch that hasn't come from the person being with their back up against the cage. Normally, their back's up against the cage. Conor McGregor rocked Donald Cerrone with the same kick that Donald Cerrone has knocked out 6 or 7 different people.
Jorge is the money fight for sure, Ken.
Like legit guys.
And that is the fight.
What is the name of that combo in my gym?
It's called the Cowboy. That's what we call it when we train. That's what we tell our buddy that's a Taekwondo black belt. Throw the Cowboy. Throw the Cowboy. We know this move. And Conor just hit Cowboy with the Cowboy.
I mean, it's called the Cowboy. And of course now they're sitting and promoting next to their proper 12 Irish whiskey banner. Man, this just made before I cut you off. You were just talking. You can put the damn with no free advertisement.
Hey, they were really late. It came after the fight was over. I don't know what was I saying about calling everybody out?
Kenny said Leon Edwards is big on shoulder strikes. I haven't watched much of Leon.
He is, but he does not elevate and turn into them like Conor. Conor threw those like a punch.
He really did.
He twisted into it, rotated his hips, and launched. It was ridiculous power.
Marcus. Well, no, that's just for him individually. Those are his fastest finishes.
Leon Edwards doesn't throw it like that. Leon more forward with them, like jabs. Conor was throwing overhand shoulder strikes.
So Conor McGregor said he's what? He's 3 inches taller than me?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never seen shoulder strikes from open air like that. But you were talking about before I cut you off that what you were gonna say was that you did not think that Conor McGregor fared well at all versus Jorge Masvidal.
Boxing would overwhelm Conor. I didn't think he had the power to translate up to this weight class, especially with the tear that Masvidal is on. But if Conor can come out being old Conor, being creative, throwing things that nobody ever saw, nobody thought he was going to wreck with shoulders. Who thought that? If he can come out creative, which is what Masvidal shows, his camp is very creative. They're smart. If he can, and I think this all mostly comes from Conor's brain and Masvidal's brain. These are two of the most stylistically creative fighters. Look at Masvidal's knockouts. So the switch stances, the step-ins to KOs. They're creative fighters, and they're at 170. I think 155 is no longer the best weight class. I think 170 is right now. And I don't think there's an argument against it.
I think there's an argument against it.
You have the most creative fighters in the UFC, which is in the world, in 170, and that is going to be the biggest, best fight of the year already, even if it happens next week.
But the thing is that if they can maintain Jorge's stardom long enough, that Conor fight will still beat up the star power because Jorge's not like Conor. I don't think.
Is now. He's not. That he's like. Conor years ago.
But do you think? No, I don't think. But think
before he was all the way top.
Jorge. Do you think that he can maintain his star power off of losses?
No, but no, he can't. He can't. Jorge has to win.
So that's what I'm saying. So after this spectacular performance, does Conor McGregor feel good enough? Because what happened?
Yes, very.
Yes, yeah, we're into Wilder versus Fury.
Very.
We'll get into that after that. Yeah.
On his bird.
Let us finish this. Yeah.
Okay, so Jorge, can he maintain his
stardom
off of losses? No, he can't.
So Conor McGregor, does he feel good enough in his process right now, reinvigorated enough? Because he believes in the laws of attraction. He believed that everything he said came
100%.
true.
Yep.
And then it stopped.
Yep.
And now it's back. So now he's going through the process and he's starting to. Does he think now that because of this he can? Because I know
we talked about this before the Khabib fight. Did we not?
I know, but is Conor McGregor? Can he find it within himself to not call out Khabib for another one?
He just did.
But he didn't call out anybody.
He did.
He said all the mouthy fools, and then you were talking, and I couldn't hear who else he called.
He called out Jorge, and he called out Usman. He said everybody in this division can get it, specifically these two. He called them out. That's the fights he's looking for. I think I even said earlier, like 5 hours ago, that he didn't have a chance, a snowball's chance in hell against Usman. I don't know now. I don't know anymore, because if he has the power that can translate and be creative like that, Usman is just a very sound technical fighter. He's not creative. He's a grinder. He is a grinder. And Conor is Mystic Mac. That's it. You don't know. It's the Clash of the Titans.
Well, I will say we have a breakdown, Conor McGregor versus Jorge Masvidal, in which Levi stated that Conor starches Jorge. But look at now you can't say it.
Well, but look how Darren Till opened against Jorge. That's what I'm thinking. Because Darren Till opened with a knockdown, and he didn't hit him clean. I think Conor, if he hits that shot, Jorge probably goes out.
But the thing is that name a fighter Name a fighter that Conor McGregor has fought in the past that is as dangerous in the pocket as Jorge Masvidal. The closest one you can get to is Chad Mendes, who's a full 30 pounds lighter. Conor McGregor is the same person.
Yeah.
You can build up that frame as much as you want. You're still 5'9".
He's 5'9", but his arms are so beefy. He holds that weight well. I didn't think he would because look at Nate Diaz fight. He didn't look like this.
No.
Into Nate Diaz. He was still skinny. He looked like he weighed in under and went back down to about 160 before that. That's ridiculous. You can't do that. He looks beefy. He looks ready for 170. I don't think he has any plans on going back down at all. Even from the way
I will tell you this: it makes if Conor McGregor wins the 170-pound belt, could you feasibly imagine?
It's kind of depressing to think.
Could you feasibly imagine how overturned the combat sports world would be if Conor McGregor wins the 170-pound title? Johnny Hendricks, GSP, Robbie Lawler,
None.
Hector Lombard. Those are humongous men. That were 175 pounders. and Conor McGregor is able to go up.
I think I don't even know if it's his limit. He might get to 185.
2025.
I've always doubted Conor.
2022 Conor McGregor versus Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight for the heavyweight title.
No, versus Izzy Adesanya for the heavyweight title.
My gosh. After Izzy beats John Jones at heavyweight, right?
Picture this. Conor versus Rumble.
Thanks for letting me watch the fight, guys. See you.
It was a pleasure.
Unfortunately, sometimes reality is what it is.
Well, I don't think that we thought it was going to be a full 40
Nobody
seconds.
thought it was going to be that. No, I didn't think it was going to be that.
I thought that's what we're talking
There's
about.
not one person except for his trainer that knew he was coming with shoulders.
His
I thought-
reflex is just he needs to be next to Rogan telling funny
Have you ever
stories.
fought 170 years?
In my mind,
Kenny
I
has-
saw the
but he
possibility of Conor McGregor just going in there and doing that to him. But I thought that Donald was going to bring a little bit more of Conor had no respect at all.
No respect.
Well, you can see in the eyes is that Cerrone was shocked by those shoulder. He came to really fight.
He got hit with one of them and said, "Okay, that
Call
was
him
kind of
Donald
weird."
Ding-
No, it did. You could see it in his face, like, "Oh, we're gonna do this." Yeah, and I thought he thought they were gonna.
I mean, he didn't wing one shot. Every shot he threw in the finish was precise. He didn't randomly go into finish. Everything. He walked down. He even hesitated to make sure he got his shot in. Nothing was guessed. Nothing was just randomly thrown.
What's the age difference?
4 years.
Conor McGregor's back.
He's back.
Conor McGregor's
I didn't think he was. I thought he was coming back just for money.
Conor McGregor's back.
Great.
McGregor
Why isn't he on this now?
Yep, you got to rank him. You got to rank him at
top
least
10.
above RDA.
He's got to be above.
He's
RDA.
got to be above RDA.
Actually, he could be 7 right now. I'd be fine with that, and I'd also be fine with Jorge. Yes, sir. Thank you. I'd be fine with Jorge taking that fight, and then after that, even him fighting Kobe just because of two biggest mouths in MMA. Before the Usman fight.
Oh, now Jorge versus Conor is legit.
Conor looks as big as Jorge.
Kenny said those shoulders are a Stockton slap. No joke.
Those shoulders hit a lot harder than that Stockton. Those shoulders are his Holly Holm head kicks.
I'm not gonna lie to you. No one saw that.
No one.
I mean, did you expect that to go anywhere like it did? Like with even. I've watched more Conor McGregor than Conor McGregor has watched Conor McGregor.
I don't think he watches any Conor
And
McGregor.
I'm telling you that I would have never in a million, bajillion, quadrillion years envisioned that shot selection from Conor. I did not envision shoulder strikes from open clinch. I'm not kidding you guys. Go back and watch this. If you guys know, go look up MMA Core. They have majority of the fights. They'll probably have this one as well. But Cowboy had a bloody nose and a black eye after
20 seconds.
after nothing but shoulder strikes. My goodness, this is absolutely what, buddy? What pup? You ready to? Oh, you see comida? My goodness. Just like insulting, Yeah, it's insulting. And what's even more insulting is to realize you've been rocked by them. It's like those slap competitions where people go unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
insulting but damaging. So LeBron James, welcome back, champ to Conor. Welcome back is correct. Return of the Mac.
That's what he walked out to, and he was not lying, sir. He was not lying.
This is what happens when Conor McGregor gets his mind right. He realized.
Justin Gaethje calling him out again. He's not going to get the fight, though. Gaethje's going to have to come to 170 now, and that's not going to happen.
I see Conor going to 155.
I don't. He's not going back, man. Look how beefy he is. He's healthy at this weight right now.
He looks it.
He looks like this is where he belongs as a natural man walking around. I think that's why he's back, is because he felt phenomenal going into this, because he didn't have to cut weight. He's walking around training at his weight. He might have cut 5-10 pounds. He probably 180. You know what I mean? Healthy, heavy hands. He can train to his full potential. He's not cutting that hard weight. Because now looking at him like this, how hard do you think that weight cut is now? Nobody thought he was this thick. Look at the muscle mass he put on. Look at how he holds that weight. He holds that weight like it belongs there, not like he had to put it on. He looks like this is his natural size. Now I just think that's why he looks so feral. Look how, at 145, look how feral and mean he looks.
Because he had no choice, because he was hating himself. He hated
Because
life.
he was about to die. He was on death's door every crazy fight he had. Now he's healthy. He needs to be healthy. Now they're throwing some Tony in there.
And rich, poor people cut. Yeah, people didn't need to. Well, I mean...
Poor people cut on accident, though. They just don't eat. They're hungry.
Can you get whatever that dingleberry out of my dog's mouth?
He got it.
Don't touch my dingleberry. It's my snack.
Well, you were asking earlier about if we're into Wilder versus Fury. Of course we're into Wilder versus Fury.
Who's not?
I'm a 6'7"
connoisseur
boxer.
of combat sports.
I'm a 6'7" boxer. Elusive. With no oomph, no burliness to my strikes at all.
We call him Stickman the Striker.
Stickman the Striker represent combat sports world. Sticking people. Get up on out of there.
Said that?
I don't know. Someone in the chat called me Stickman. Apparently,
I'm Beanie Boy.
I'm Greene headphones.
Do you want OG names?
He wants that pizza so bad.
Man, we've been guys.
Wilder Fury, though. That's what we were about to talk about.
We're located in Denver, Colorado, my friend.
Yeah. Where you at, bud? Come get it.
Don't talk to Kenny like that.
Kenny's cool, man.
You better not talk to Kenny like that again.
I'll shoulder strike you, all right?
You're short enough to
reach.
Actually, hold up.
I would have to full elevation.
Hold up. Let's show them the actual shoulder strike real quick, though, just so they
We
can
did that
understand.
already.
Yeah, but we were out of frame.
Oh, were we?
We're out of frame.
All right.
Yeah, we're out of frame.
Actual shoulder strike. Are we in frame?
We're gonna have to wait.
Swap
to see.
OBS, alt tab it.
You know I don't know how to do anything.
Yep, good enough. All right, so what happened was he's
right
Conor McGregor.
Right here.
I'm down Cerrone.
Yep.
After they clinched up, Conor McGregor had an overhook on one side.
Boom.
Jumps up and in.
Elevating and twisting. Boom. I'm not tall enough to get to this giant man right here. But Conor was all in Cowboy's business. He was in his lunch. He was inside his lunchbox in his thermos drinking his soup and eating his crackers. It was over. I know, not much else to say.
There's really not. Besides the fact that if Conor McGregor's at this level of creativity, at this level of
Hell yeah.
Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, you did say he went to the he went to the Pittsburgh casino to
He
bet.
said Denver was his hub when he drove semis.
Nice.
Can I hit that?
Can you handle it?
Probably gonna choke.
Conor McGregor, man. I'm telling you guys this right now. I've tried my hardest since starting analyzing and breaking down combat sports to stay indifferent. Because when I first started, I mean, I've been in this sport for 10 years now. Been breaking down, been watching this sport for 10 years. When I first started, I was definitive on who was going to win. I would say this person, without a doubt, is going to win. The more that I watch this sport, the more that I break down and analyze this sport, the more that I realize none of us have any clue what's going to happen. We see skill sets, we see possibilities, we see percentage of possibilities. Yes. But until you roll those dice...
That's what, as the great Uncle Chael says, that's why they have the fight.
Because you have to
That's
find
why
out.
you have the fight.
You have to find out.
I mean, you can make an educated guess. You can form your hypothesis, and a lot of the times they're going to be right.
But
You can look at skill sets.
But as of right now,
But nobody saw how.
my educated guess does not give me any information because Conor, if this would have been a 2-round fight,
You could
if this would have
see.
even lasted the extent of the first round, we would have been able to gain information from Conor McGregor to see
I saw
fully
everything
where
I
he's
needed.
at. I saw every strike he throws through land.
I saw everything I needed to see. What I was saying before is he's back being creative. He's not playing off of you. He didn't come in there thinking, what's Cowboy going to do, like he did with Khabib, worried about the takedown. He came in there, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I don't know if he trained those shoulder strikes. Obviously he does.
Oh,
He's
he had
thrown
to.
He's
He
thrown
had
them
to.
before.
He
He's thrown
had-
them before.
He had to. Those were too nice. Those were too nice.
But I don't know if that was the plan. I think he got in there. He knew he could get it. He's being creative on the fly again. He's not hesitant. He's not timid. Look, we were talking about this a few months ago with how nervous he looked in the build-up to Khabib. He didn't look that way here.
I did not believe so, but you were under the impression that in the build-up, in the press conferences, in the face-offs, that Conor McGregor was emitting fake, aggressive, but truly nervous energy.
I would say go back and look at the press conferences if you guys are still there, the few of you that are. Go back and check out the press conferences before the Khabib fight and tell me Conor's not spewing nervous energy. Almost like the face-off with Raquel Pennington with Holly Holm before this. Nervous energy, not anxiety almost. I never saw that here. He was calm. But it's because of, look what he did. He threw a dolly at a bus. I get why he was nervous. He lost to Mayweather. He was coming off nothing. But now, I think he's got his confidence back. Like you said, he's not drinking. He's in the gym again.
And he it seems like Conor McGregor is ready to be the best fighter in the world again.
I mean, should we just play it out to Return of the Mac?
No, because we're going to get copyrighted.
Not for them, for us.
Did it look like maybe he worked his tie clinch? There was no tie clinch involved
At all.
technically because the tie clinch is technically the tie plum goes up and around. We got to scoot. We got
Right here?
to get nice and low for him. Yeah, right down here.
Okay.
The tie clinch, the full plum clinch, is right here. This was done from normal
This
over
here.
under. I'm Cowboy Cerrone. He's Conor McGregor. We're right here. This is just a normal old clinch. This is not tie clinch. Well, what is
He's just got one here.
just the
That's
one
it. This is
over?
all Connor had right here.
The one overhook.
That's it.
His arm goes over the top of my arm for the overhook.
He's holding him in place
Donald
and
Cerrone
twisting into him.
is attempting to take Conor down in this moment. Conor McGregor is jumping up and
twisting. Like I obviously can't throw a Conor McGregor shoulder strike. They were clean. They were phenomenal.
his feet were leaving the ground. To say that his feet were leaving the
The
ground.
first one he threw is the only one that didn't hit perfectly, and it still jammed his nose up.
And after 4 of them, a black eye and a bloody nose from Donald Cowboy Cerrone. What do you guys think about the fight? I think that I don't know how many times we've.
As we've done this for the past 5 minutes, I'll keep going. Let's do it all night, baby. I'm wild. Conor McGregor is back. Mystic Mac, creative. His brain, his mind, he's in the right zone. He's in the right frame of mind to do this. He's not going anywhere. I think he's still got 4, 5, 6, 7 more years in him if he keeps doing this.
Oh man, if he wants it, I don't know. I doubt he wants it.
I think he does want it, or he
But
wouldn't be here right now.
I will say this. The aura that was surrounding him, that you could see, that you could feel through the screen, nothing missed.
He hit the one he was gonna miss. He hesitated, adjusted, and came over the top with.
Actually, he missed the first strike he threw. He threw a straight left, and Donald Cerrone slipped it. And then when Donald Cerrone slipped straight into a knee.
It was a beautiful slip.
I don't know
It was a
how he
beautiful
did
slip.
it. I don't know. Conor McGregor threw the rear hand, the left hand. Donald Cerrone slipped to the outside, and Conor McGregor brought the knee up. And then shoulder struck him in the face 4 times. And then threw. In my gym, I call it the cowboy. It is the fake punch to high kick. How you set it up is you will throw a long punch, a long straight punch. It's everyone they're biting to. And you want them to start slipping to the outside, however you can get into it. A trick that I use is if we're sitting here and we're fighting, boom, 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 I will throw my jabs to actually off to this side of his head to make him start moving this way. So once he starts slipping to the outside off my jab,
Ooh, what is that? I found one of them nails. All right, cool.
once he starts slipping to the outside off that jab, you'll fake and come up with the high kick. So it's called the cowboy. You feint off that jab, come up for the high kick. Conor McGregor, rocked Donald Cerrone with the combo that Donald Cerrone is best known for. Like I said, I named the dang combo off him in the gym.
Yeah, it's legit. It's called the Cowboy. That's what we call it.
Conor McGregor hit him with that. Then hit him with a flying knee. A couple more punches. Donald Cerrone falls. Precise ground and pound. That's all she wrote. But the level of creativity, the level of reactionary speed.
On the fly.
On the fly.
Just with it. Man, it's beautiful. And I've down-talked Conor a lot. This guy knows, because he up-talks him a lot.
Love Conor.
You can't deny. You have to respect the man's skill, period. Especially after a comeback after all this. You have to respect it. You don't have a choice. If you don't, then you're just mad at yourself. That's it.
Conor McGregor versus, I mean,
Anybody.
Man, but the thing is that I think we're honestly left with more questions now than we were prior to this happening. Because now it's not a question of is Conor McGregor back, is Conor McGregor in the right mindset. Now it's a question of just how good is Conor McGregor.
I never thought he was that great. I really didn't. I thought he just had great boxing.
Until what? Until I broke down about 10 hours worth. I broke down 5 minutes worth of
None of
footage
that
in 10
mattered until
hours.
this, though. This is what broke the thing.
Nate, what he looks? Oh, Nate.
Conor destroys Nate right
Nate's
now.
done. Nate's getting.
I want go back and rewatch the first two Nate fights, and then tell me that Conor's physique is not entirely different. He's a healthy 170. It's a different man. It's a different man, different mindset. It's over. Nate doesn't have it. And I love Nate. Nate's one of my favorite fighters to ever fought. But he just doesn't have it. Not anymore.
That toughness can only get you so far.
Yeah. Robbie Lawler.
You know what they say? You know what they say about tough guys in MMA? You know what it means when you're a tough guy in MMA? It means you get beat up for a little bit longer than you would if otherwise.
Yeah.
You just get beat up for a little bit longer. My goodness, everybody. Well, fantastic stream. Thank you to everybody who's been on this one this stream with us from the jump. Yep. We're gonna be implementing live streams again. If you're still watching this, obviously you enjoy Combat Sports World. This current channel that we're streaming from has only been up for about a month. If you type in more MORE or go to our channel, it's in the linked channels off to the right side. More Combat Sports World. A lot of our old streams, a lot of our old videos they're not very that old, but older. It's where you're going to find a lot of our old content and future content.
Yeah, man.
Uploading to that one as well.
Thanks, guys.
Alexander, thank you for dubbing me the Stickman. I appreciate you.
Call him Stickman from now on.
Now that name's going to live with me for the rest of ever. But go check. We're gonna the content is going to be getting pumped. I'll tell you that much. The content is going to be getting pumped. We have a lot to talk about now, and not to mention, now that Conor McGregor versus Cowboy's over with, I can start thinking about other fights. What's the next big card? Because we just saw it.
What are you talking about? The next big John Jones,
Dominic Reyes.
Dominic Reyes, and then behind this is going to be the Tony Ferguson Khabib, if they make it without getting injured.
Also, guys, remember to subscribe and come back. YouTube doesn't send out notifications, but we're going to be doing once again. This isn't the studio, guys.
No, this was a quick setup. It was last minute on the fly.
And it still took
high quality eventually.
And it still took forever. But we're gonna sit down and do some actual more in-depth analysis of this fight to give you something cohesive. Nick with Combat Sports World.
Adam Baum, Combat Sports World, guys, and also Chaos Kilroy. He's the other guy.
We got Spazman over here.
Spazman green headphones.
Well, I guess the only thing that I can leave you with, guys, is stay combative, my friends. That's it. Congratulations. We outie.
Return of the